don't even know what corned beef hash is.
It's corned beef and like potatoes.
I don't know what is corned beef. It just sounds gross.
I don't actually know what corned beef actually is.
You know what it is?
It's almost like I guess kind of like Salisbury
right?
steak.
It's like a chopped beef,
like chuck.
Kind of like
beef
that,
chuck.
I guess something like that.
It doesn't sound appetizing.
I don't know why it's called corned beef. I mean, I guess this is a bigger riddle than a mystery, but shit is delicious though. The final product is good.
You said you're out on it though.
No, I don't really like it.
Y'all
This is weird.
Up,
I guess this is weird.
Y'all gotta fucking grow up. This is ridiculous.
What's wrong with this guy?
Well, you don't like what you don't like. Like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, that's
A little
good.
sausage
good.
gravy. It's just banging.
It's
Yeah,
real
so
good.
you take the toast, throw a little corned beef hash on there.
Or I can throw some bacon and eggs on
And
it.
you
wow.
take a bite with your eggs. That's how you eat it.
I'm never gonna
It's
eat
just
that
good,
shit.
bro. Yes, you are.
I'm never
You gotta try one day.
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Who are you?
I'm not
Yes, you
going to
are.
try it.
No, I'm never gonna try it.
One day in your life, bro.
I
Just
won't.
try a little bit.
I won't. Because of this discussion, I'll remember this discussion 30 years from now, and I won't eat it on purpose.
You'll be
because
missing out.
Carl was like,
Yeah,
yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Shit's good. Shit's
won't.
good. But I mean, I don't think there's a breakfast food out there that I don't like. I don't think you can name one.
Grits.
Oh, fuck.
Stupid motherfucker.
No, actually, I will eat grits, though.
No,
I will
you.
eat grits.
I got you.
I will
in
eat grits
3
with
seconds.
butter and sugar.
I got you in 3 seconds.
But I don't like the savory grits.
I don't know if there's any food at breakfast that I won't eat.
I'll eat
What's savory grits?
I'll eat this. I don't like the savory.
No
grits.
sugar.
No, what is savory?
Like,
You mean like with salt and pepper and not sweetened?
yeah, I like my shit with butter and sugar in it. That's
You ever
how-
had cheese grits with shrimp?
See, I ain't fucking with
Shrimp and
that.
grits.
I'm good. See, but that's not a breakfast food no more. Once you put
brunch.
you put that's
fair,
not that's
but
not
regular
brunch.
grits are. I got you.
Yeah,
Just-
see.
I won that round.
See, no, you didn't, bro. I just
Dude,
proved
you-
myself.
You
No,
said
he actually
there's
just proved
nothing.
you automatically.
There's
And then
nothing that I
had
won't
you
eat
in
that's a
3 seconds.
grits. I immediately thought about like lunch and dinner grits and stuff.
Yeah,
The
fuck
breakfast.
outta
We
here.
was talking about breakfast.
I won.
We was talking about breakfast.
Nah, man, breakfast food is fire, but when I wake up, I don't feel like going to cook something.
Yeah, I mean, I
Don't
get that.
at all. And I like to have a little coffee in the morning. I don't like to eat with my coffee.
Really?
Yeah, some people, that's like how they have their coffee. I don't like that. I like to drink my coffee and then I'll eat
So your
breakfast.
coffee is your breakfast.
I mean, I'll eat breakfast right after. I just don't like food. I don't like having food and then going back and forth with my coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that. How long do you think you can go without having coffee?
Oh, I could stop and take a month off if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not addicted to it like that. Like, I'll just miss it on the weekends sometimes. If we don't record on a Saturday and I wake up later, I'll just not have it for a couple of days. I like it, but I'm okay to not have it.
Not dependent.
No, I'll wake up anyway.
Yeah, I know some people they can't get through the day without drinking coffee throughout the day.
Yeah, I don't feel
That shit
like...
is wild to me. It's like
is
freaking
weird.
5 o'clock in the day. I need a coffee, man.
I mean,
what?
they talk about how addictive caffeine is.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of makes sense.
Kind of like hitting a cigarette.
Yeah.
Caffeine and nicotine are like pretty much the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately.
That's why I be drinking them coffees. They're like they stepping out to take a cigarette. And they
Right.
need me a coffee right now.
I don't really drink soda anymore, though, either. So I think those are the only 2 spots that I was getting caffeine.
Yeah, I don't know if I consume much caffeine at all.
Understood.
Yeah, breakfast food. Good shit.
Yeah,
If you don't have to cook it, let somebody else cook it, and it's fire.
Bruh, eat some corned beef hash.
I'm never going to eat
This
it.
is for the viewers.
Ever.
This is for the
This
viewers.
is for the viewers. Everybody know that's just actually delicious.
Why do y'all make 7 different things for one meal?
What do you mean? Who is y'all?
Black
Who
people.
is y'all? That's wild.
Black
Let's
people.
start there. Oh, what do you mean though?
Like, if you're going to have breakfast, you're going to cook eggs, bacon, sausage, grits, toast,
Oh, I don't do that.
collard greens, 7 other
yeah,
things.
you don't cook collard greens.
If you had, if y'all are making,
wild collard greens.
But no, when
if y'all are making Sunday dinner, there's 9 different things that you serve. My mom used to cook like all the time. Like, we didn't eat out a ton, but it was usually like a meat, potatoes type thing, and a vegetable.
I think it depends on how many people you feed.
Okay.
Because everybody like different shit. If you feeding like 10 people for breakfast, you gonna have sausage, but you gonna have all the meats because everybody don't like bacon, everybody likes sausage.
That's understandable.
Some people eat turkey bacon, some, you know what I'm saying? But if you feeding like 3-4 people, all you need is a meat, eggs, and whatever starch, a biscuit or a
right,
roll,
and that's
or
generally how we
toast.
cook stuff in my house or whatever. But if we do have like company over and stuff, or you gotta think about how most niggas grow up. It's like with cousins and a lot of family
picky
around.
Why people be particular?
Well, I mean, not even that. It's just like
Those people.
it's a
didn't eat
lot
in
of
my
people
house.
around in your house.
This is what we have.
On a daily basis. So
I got you.
you kind of gotta make these huge meals to feed it. It's almost like you ever seen like an Italian meal. They make these. They cook more than any fucking body do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
So I think it just depends on how many people you feed.
Yeah.
All right, that's a fair answer. That's a good answer.
But I mean, I want all of that shit. Like me
All of
personally, I want pancakes, bacon, and sausage on my plate. Eggs, corned beef hash. If you throw
That's a lie. I
some
wouldn't do
hash
all
browns
that.
out
Yeah,
there.
that's 2 plates.
Like, I'm gonna pick between either waffles, pancakes.
I mean, yeah, nobody.
One of those starch. I'm not gonna have like cinnamon rolls, pancakes, waffles. I'm gonna have all of them.
See
I'm
that?
gonna have
Yeah,
one of
you
those.
like a sociopath or something if you got a waffle and pancakes or something.
Yes,
like
that's
you,
too much going on.
You doing too
one
much.
of those
Wait, which is better?
eggs.
Which is better, waffle or pancake?
Yeah.
I'm a pancake guy for real.
I gotta go with the waffle, man.
Yeah, damn. Waffle guy too. I didn't want
I feel ya.
That's fine.
That's cool.
But I go pancakes if
Ain't nothing better
if you
than
put
that.
something in it.
Nice stack of some big fluffy pancakes, boy.
I
Bussin'.
mean, they're okay, but if I have pancakes, I want chocolate chips, blueberries, something in it.
Yeah.
I don't like my pancakes like that. I don't like fruit and shit on my pancakes.
I like sweet shit.
Yeah.
So waffles usually has some
Make the
sugar in
pancakes
it.
sweet. It tastes like cake.
I guess.
Make the
Just put some
pancakes sweet.
sugar in it?
Yeah, you sweeten up the pancake, the batter.
And then you're basically making a waffle, no?
I mean, kind of. I put a little
Like
bit
on
of
the
sugar
box, the
in mine.
waffle, you get pancake mix to make waffles, and it says to make waffles add
Yeah, it's the same.
sugar and oil or something.
Yeah, you can
like
use
that.
both for either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have
That's
to
the
add
catch.
anything
You
for
can use waffle
necessarily.
mix for
But,
pancakes. You can use
I
pancakes.
don't know. I like to. You ever
Yeah,
put like a
you
You
little.
use the same thing.
I like
That's
to-
what I'm saying. Is I thought the only difference is like waffle has a little bit of sugar in it and whatever.
I
like,
think that's
maybe
up
one
to
of
you. I think
Yeah,
that's completely
depends on how you like
I
it.
think you could just mix the batter and do whatever you want with it. From
You
there.
can. You can make it
If
any
you
way you
want,
want.
if you had a waffle iron, that's pretty much the only difference
Right,
to me.
right. That's
Is the
what I have.
waffle
You can
iron
make French toast waffles.
French
French
toast is
toast-
better than all of them.
You think French toast is the best?
Yeah, by far.
I like French toast
Not
too.
even close.
French toast is pretty good.
I mean, I like French toast.
It
but
depends.
Not even
I
close.
don't know if it's better than a waffle. I'm not sure.
It's better.
But I like that. I do like to add a little bit of cinnamon to my pancake mix.
I've done that before.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I put
cinnamon.
anything
Made
like
cinnamon
that.
roll pancakes, banging.
Vanilla extract, anything that would make it a little more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I like that shit.
That's what it is.
French toast above all.
And then syrup on that whole plate. Dog, everything is syrup.
Yeah,
Bacon, sausage.
yeah.
I don't like
that
syrup
shit.
on my eggs, but I feel you.
Man, I don't necessarily
okay.
like a lot of syrup, but like for it to touch the eggs,
The
that's
sausage
fine.
though.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I ain't tripping if it touch it, but I ain't like pouring the syrup on my eggs.
No, I don't need it to be that sweet.
Yeah.
But I do want to taste a little bit of it.
Sausage though.
Yeah, you gotta have some
Sausage,
syrup.
pancake,
Y'all cook y'all
and
links
syrup.
in some syrup?
Woo!
Little maple?
I've
put it
never
on
done
after.
that, but that sounds like a
Oh,
good
that
idea.
shit is banging,
Yeah,
bro.
put it on after, but I'm sure that
If you cook it like in the pan after you cook, you put a little syrup in there and mix it
Yeah.
in.
But
have
you
some
can do that with
sticky
bacon and
sausage.
shit too, though.
Yeah, you can do everything.
Like
Anything.
like that candy
Candy
bacon,
Yeah.
bacon type shit. You can get that shit from Dunkin'.
Should be
They
busting.
got like it's called snacking.
Y'all got me
bacon.
hungry as shit right now, and I need breakfast today.
Yeah, me
No,
neither.
I ain't shit. I
I had
ain't shit
cereal.
today.
Cheerios
Shit.
and blueberries.
That's why I'm gonna fuck this Zaxby's up, bro.
I know. I feel you.
For sure.
Well, that was a good 10 minutes on breakfast. Good shit. I
Yeah.
am starving now.
Y'all should be hungry as shit right now, like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, let's get to it. Return to the Mac.
Hey.
M.A.C. Moss, Andrew, Carl back in the building. I don't know what episode, 154-ish.
I think it's 154.
154
Yeah.
on the dot.
Sound good.
Yeah,
We getting up
Back.
there, man.
back.
What's good with you fellas?
It's a long fucking week. I don't really have much to say about it. I'm gonna let y'all go.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
MIA all week, working hard.
For real. For real. Work is a little bit of bullshit right now. I took Thursday and Friday off. I logged out Wednesday and haven't thought about it since.
That's important.
Whatever happens when I get back on Monday. I do not care.
I
Not
feel that.
concerned with work. I have done my share
I know how
and
that
then
be.
some. It is what it is. But I was looking forward to these 2 days off all week. Told y'all last week, got my family in town. And I felt sick last week when we couldn't record, or whenever that was, recently. I don't
Yeah.
even get sick that much. I felt like shit again the last 2 days.
I thought you get sick pretty often.
I have been more lately, for sure. I have been feeling bad more lately. But, like, I slept all day Thursday. I got out of bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Went over, hung out with them for 4 hours. They were all going out to eat. I came back home at 6 o'clock and went to bed.
I think it's the kids.
Got up
You know,
the next day.
kids are
Nah,
germy.
I mean,
Kids
yeah,
are fucking germy.
Yeah, so the whole family was sick last weekend, and I was like, it is what it is. I'm not that worried about it. If I get a little sick, I get a little sick. It's weird that it caught me 4 or 5 days late,
Yeah.
but I mean, it had to have been something that was passed around there. But dog, I went to sleep at 6 p.m.
Sheesh.
Got up out of bed at 8. I woke up a bunch of times
Right.
in between, but I got up at 8 a.m. Dogs were 14 hours. And I had just slept like crazy the night before, so I don't know. Kind of a shitty week.
Increase your was it H3O2 intake?
Who is that?
Who is that? C3PO? What we talking about?
Your H3O2 intake.
This from the boys?
No.
What is
no.
this?
So, water is, this is a science lesson for you guys. Water is H2O.
Yeah, I'm aware of that one.
So, when you,
Water is H2O.
water is H2O. I'll start there. That's the baseline. When you ingest your water,
Need an extra hydrogen.
the water, your body converts the water or the H2O into H3O2. That's what actually energizes your body is H3O2.
So you basically just tell them to drink more water.
No, I'm telling you, eat more things that already
Eat your
are.
water.
Eat
No,
your
eat
water.
more things that already are H3O2.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
I did have watermelon yesterday.
You can cucumber. Any kind of water-based fruit.
I had pickles.
That way, your body doesn't even have to convert. That's why you can get like water poisoning. Is because your body's unable to convert all of the H2O into H3O in a timely fashion. You know what I'm saying?
making this
Water
up?
poisoning.
You
I
can
never
get-
heard of that.
You've never heard of water poisoning?
Never.
I haven't either.
Never in life.
If you drink too much water, you can get sick from it.
That's wild.
Oh, it's like drowning.
Nah, I don't think I don't think it's like drowning. I don't think.
Like drowning?
No, it's not like
what it
drowning.
sounds like.
No, it's not
Yeah,
like
you're going to
drowning.
drown if you have too much water going in your lungs. Sure.
No, it's not. This
All I can hear is a boogie with the hoodie in my head.
Bust down.
Bitch, I'm drowning. Oh, yeah. I see
That's
where you're going.
wild. You
It's a fact,
said it
though.
really
what they
confidently. I
say-
believe you, but
I've been drinking like,
you say stuff like that a lot, real confidently. and
No,
just be
Google
wrong,
H3O
so I don't know.
H3O2. But
I'm gonna look it up later.
When they say too much of anything is bad for you.
I guess
So I guess
except
it's
for
too much
H3O2.
of water.
H3O2.
Why is that?
I've been.
You can't have
It's good.
you
It
can't OD
energizes
on
your
that.
body. I don't think so. No.
Then how you get water poisoning?
Because this is H2O, brother.
But you say it turns into H3PO.
Right, your body
And
has
it
to
went in your
convert
body.
it. Your body has to convert it. So if you drink too much water, your body is unable to convert all of the H2O to H3O2 in a timely fashion, giving you water poison.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I need some watermelon and cucumbers.
Yeah, try that out.
I don't know.
Some
man.
alkaline water or something. Or I've been drinking a lot of like coconut water and shit. A lot of people, like everybody else in my house, thinks it's disgusting. I actually find it kind of delicious. But
I don't think I've ever had
It's
it.
an acquired taste.
I feel like I would like it.
If you
I
use-
like it. It's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
I like
little
the
salty.
flavor of the water.
I wouldn't call this that.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't really taste like water necessarily. It don't taste like coconut either, though.
Does
It's
it?
just different.
Because coconut oil be smelling like sugar cookies.
I don't know.
So does it like taste like cookies and shit?
It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got a little like, I guess a tad bit of saltiness. Initially too, but I mean I don't know. I like it. You can get it flavored in different things. Like I had a pineapple one that was really good.
That might be banging.
Yeah, that sounds
That probably I'm good. Coconut and pineapple. Yeah, I can fuck with that.
Coconut water, man.
I love some good pineapple juice though.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel a little bit better today, and it is what it is, man. What about y'all? I had the fucked up week, so let's move on. Let's get back hyped.
What I do this week?
Talk about breakfast.
Fucking, it's been a content week. Well, last weekend did a little catering joint. My uncle, that went pretty well.
Sorry.
I saw y'all had the wings popping.
Yeah, we had
some ham. What you put? Was that gravy that you put on the
ham glaze on that joint.
Oh,
yeah,
that shit look pretty good.
It's pretty banging, bro. Everything turned out pretty well. Besides the meat, we didn't do the meatballs. Somebody like from the family brought the meatballs last minute, so we was like not claiming them the whole time. Like, yo, we don't know what's going on with the meatballs, but the rest is us.
Right.
Shit big. Can't speak for the meatballs, but you know,
set them on a different table.
And they put them like first in the line too. I was all right.
Take these back.
Get these out the way.
The divider.
yeah. Get
Just
these
put
out the
we
way.
got a box. We got a cardboard.
But it
box.
went pretty good though. It wasn't too bad. It went pretty smooth. And then the rest of the week, I've been doing like fucking content. My girl's been doing this like streetwear challenge with our thrifting people on IG. So, you know, they had different days where you wear different shit. Going crazy. You know, guess who's the photographer out here?
I see.
I've been out here all week.
I know you catching angles like a motherfucker. You know, y'all.
All type of angles, bro. All type of destinations we going to
Yeah.
take pics.
Real
It turned out
urban
pretty good, though.
areas and shit.
Yeah, streetwear challenge.
This?
I enjoy taking pictures, but this was like, it was like almost like an everyday. Because she like waited till the last minute to get shit done, so we was like knocking them out each day kind of shit, but it wasn't that bad.
She
got a good turnout, man. She got a good turnout.
This sounds like hell to me. But I hate taking pictures and stuff.
It was more hell
feel
for
like
her.
it
Like
would
once
be
the pictures was
torture.
done, it was all on her to do the rest.
Okay.
So it was like once I get the pictures out of the way, she doing it. But she was knocking it out. Like
That's what's up.
She got a lot of followers, a lot of people going. Like, shit was jumping.
That's
you know
legit.
what I'm saying?
That's legit.
It's pretty cool.
I was bad at taking pictures.
She had that live sale last night. Got some shit off. We're good.
A sale, you said?
Yeah, she do live sales. Was like a thrifting thing they do where they go on IG live. People come in, you know,
Like a yard sale,
Okay.
show different pieces of
I've seen-
clothing and they buy
seen
it.
I told Shannon about that, and I was
Yeah.
like, yo, that's a great idea to do.
Y'all should try that shit,
candles
bro.
and Stuff, so
It's very
try that out.
convenient. You know what I'm saying?
Makes a lot
Knock
of
that
sense.
joint out. Everything
Nice.
was good.
So
Getting the
those-
reels jumping for the pod.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm finding the recipe. Just put a little clip of something people like in the beginning, you know.
Yeah, that's
then they
really
gotta
cool.
watch the rest.
really cool.
Like, they gotta watch the rest.
Hopefully.
See, a lot of you people don't like what I have to say. I don't consider myself a hot takes person, but
Right.
there was some commenters that did not like my opinion.
Yeah,
And
the
I thought
KD
it was funny.
The KD joint was really got people up in arms a little bit. Y'all kind of tracked,
I
you
did
went on
go
them kind of
hot on
hard. You
that
called
one.
them pussy and all. But it's a bunch of shit y'all say.
Hey.
I mean, y'all was
smell
honest. Y'all
pussy.
been feeling like that way since it happened. So
Call it how
you
we
know,
see him.
Yeah, that's it.
you know, everybody likes a little controversy on the
Yeah,
internet.
that was fun. Honestly, I was surprised that I didn't like not like get offended, but like didn't even want to argue with them. Like it was, I felt like I was now a part of the podcast stuff that we see on Instagram.
Yeah, you gotta
Where
take
somebody is like joking and saying
Yeah,
crazy shit
right,
on the
right,
podcast, and
Yeah.
then somebody underneath is like really upset about it, and
Yeah.
it's like funny to laugh at them.
That should be the goal.
Yeah,
though.
that was-
Like, we want people to get flustered by
I
our
enjoyed
takes.
Oh, for sure.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
yeah.
that. My
sure.
man
Yeah.
gave me a paragraph, son.
He did.
He has some
feels
time.
some type of way about this.
He has
So you
some time
telling
with
me
his hand.
KD shouldn't want to go to one of the best? All right, dog. It's cool.
Nah, he
That's how he
should.
feel about it. He ain't like it. He pussy
should.
to him.
He should do that, but he's a pussy.
And that's fine too.
No,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
funny though. You've done a very good job with those.
Yeah,
with
man.
the reels looking really good for sure.
I get some traction out here.
I fucked up and went double Yankee real quick. I realized.
What you mean by that?
I think it was 2 weeks in a row. I was rocking my jersey. I got to switch it up a little bit if we're gonna be out.
Did you
here.
watch the Yankee back to back?
I believe so.
I didn't even notice that.
It was fairly recent, if not. It was
Probably, I
too
think it
too
was
quick
recent.
back to back. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread out my wardrobe here now that we're international
Get more
sensations.
seen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You gotta spread the fits out a little bit because we are
Return
getting
of the Mac.
seen.
The Yankee can return too.
Yeah,
You know?
it was Boston weekend. It was rivalry weekend. I had to, but
Yeah.
noted. I saw it.
Or it could be like your costume, like your
That
uniform.
could be my thing.
Like he always got the Yankee jersey
I
on.
ain't mad at that.
Yankee
either.
fitted, you know.
I
I
gotta
ain't
get a
mad
couple
at it.
more though. I can't wear the same one.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up.
But it is what it is, man.
I'm running out of fits myself. It's hard just trying to come up with a new fit. And like, all right, I'm doubling up. Fuck it. tripling up on it. I'm
it is
tripling
what
up
it
on
is.
this fit. Fuck
Oh
it.
yeah,
Bro,
I don't
154 episodes deep.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a couple
I give no
t-shirts.
fucks.
Trying to get a couple t-shirts during the week just to mix it up. But
Even I feel like though, even if I had like, I don't know, even if I was like a millionaire or some shit, I would not be one of those people who don't wear the same. I'm wearing my shit again.
yeah, that's crazy. I had this
Yeah,
conversation with my girl, and I was like,
twice. Not a big deal.
but I had like a different take.
I'm
like,
wearing my shit as
I
much as I
wouldn't
fucking
buy
want to.
like $1,500 pairs of shoes and shit. I would just get like the shoes I like, some Pumas, and I would just get all the colorways.
One day.
I can get 20 shoes with this $1,500
Thought
For
that
sure.
before,
and
too.
have all the colorways in the shoe that I like to wear. I'm not
Yeah,
paying $1,500 for these
and
ugly
exactly
ass shoes.
right. You'll
just
never
'cause they got
remember.
Balenciaga on them. No,
You'll
I'm
never
gonna wear the
remember.
shoes that I like to wear. Have all the colors, all the fits got matching colors with the shoes.
Yeah, I would never be one of those.
That's
like,
how I was splurged. I'm gonna make that shit work
Or-
for me.
That reminds me of Air Force One days.
Yeah.
I know some females out there that only buy an outfit to take pictures, or if they took a picture in the outfit, they'll never wear it again. Type thing.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Are they rich?
No. They
No, this
probably live
this-
by lesser
this-
means than you or I.
this thrifting world,
Like an
this
NBA G
thrifting world,
League.
my girl got
Yeah.
in this thrifting world. My girl got like too much clothes.
Oh, for sure.
It's like it's just too much clothes.
All
in the
women
house.
know.
So she could literally wear
Most
a different outfit every day for like 2 years.
But then if you ask them, they don't have nothing to wear.
yes, that's what be killing me. It's like you can't find nothing in that closet.
I don't have
All
anything
them
to wear.
clothes. You got shit with tags still on it that you
With
never
tags,
worn.
That'll never happen to a guy.
Never.
You got some shit that you have. You can
It's
wear
right
that.
on
It's because you
immediately.
can't fit it.
Yeah.
That's the only
Yeah.
reason why.
Yeah.
So I told
Yeah,
y'all
that's a
that I
fact.
got with that coupon code from the gambling that I got the NBA.com.
Oh yeah,
150
yeah.
or
You got
whatever.
the jersey, right?
Got the jersey, got the Magic Johnson jersey, got this John Morant T-shirt, and this Tracy McGrady throwback T-shirt.
You could be killing it right now. Where they at?
They all too small.
They're
They're all too small, son.
Why he ain't book out none of them New
I
Jersey
got them all.
shit?
I got them all in the back. They're all too small.
Damn.
And now I've been sitting on them for like 3 weeks. I need to go make sure that I can return these joints. The jersey I could easily just frame, and it's no big deal even if I had to keep it. But the others are either need to be returned or I need to become a smaller size.
Like, did
Again.
you order it thinking that it, like, did
They're
you not pay
largest.
attention to this?
Nah, they're largest.
Oh,
I mean, the jersey I accidentally got too small of a size. That would have never fit whether I was in perfect shape or not. The two T-shirts are larges, and I'm just slightly over a large.
no, bro, you can fit a large, dog.
I could fit it, but it
It's
would
just
be
a
kind
little
of
too
fitted
snug.
on me.
It's a little too snug.
Yeah, it ain't where it
comfortable with
needs
the
to
extra
be
snug
right
shirt
now.
a little bit?
Nah, it ain't where it needs to be
feel
right
you.
now. I have to show you those. These joints are fire.
The joint's
Dope.
probably on fire.
They're dope. Back in the room. I used to buy so much shit. I'm thinking back to like in college and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't
Same,
spending
though.
crazy money on it, but you know, like every weekend or something, we're gonna have a party on Friday night. I'm like, I'm gonna at least go get a new tee or something.
I remember them days.
Yeah, so I used to
I
have
had
so
mad
much
jerseys.
clothes. I haven't bought clothes now in like
I haven't bought them.
years, probably. Yeah, I'm sure about randomly get a shirt or something like that.
But we
I
don't
just
go anywhere.
Don't do
You work from
anything.
home.
Yeah,
It's like,
Ain't
what the
nowhere to
fuck
wear
am
shit.
I buying?
I
it?
wear
What
the
fuck am I
same
buying it
shit
for?
all the time, son. All
And
the
it's like
time.
the shit I got in my closet now is like that. I'm not gonna waste money, and like if I do have something to do, I'm gonna wear the shit that I haven't wore in a
Yeah.
couple years.
Basically new.
Yeah, it's fucking new.
Ain't nobody seen this in a minute.
Yeah,
But
right. That's it. But yeah, I mean, I
right there.
don't think I'll never want to fall in that trap to feel like I gotta impress people over some like arbitrary values like
Yeah.
clothing. You know,
Yeah.
like this shit means nothing.
I've gotten better with it over the years.
I mean, of course
when
you
I was
want-
younger, yeah, we was like,
You wanna
we
look
just cop a
nice.
new pair of Air Force Ones
I
every
was gonna
paycheck.
say,
Yeah.
We
bro,
was
I-
working at Shakers
Yeah.
like, remember Hustle Man in the
Yeah,
plaza?
yeah, for sure.
Hustle Man was selling Air Force Ones for $50, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, we was getting a fresh pair of ones every
man.
weekend.
They were fake though.
Yeah, of course.
Let's just say
You
that.
couldn't tell they was fresh ones every
Right.
time, bro.
You get anything from Hustle Man, I don't give a fuck if it's a
Of
fucking
course they was
Pokemon
fake,
card.
but you
It's probably
can't beat
fake.
getting a fresh pair of ones for $50. You
Yeah,
can't beat that shit.
he had the see-through dopes too, and that's all
Yeah, I
you
wasn't
know.
fucking with those. That's too much.
Yeah, those
That's
just-
just ugly as hell.
See-through?
You don't remember the
I
see-through
don't even
dope,
remember
man?
that.
Yeah, the clear dopes.
No, if you knew anybody who had them, then they were fake. there was only like a certain
Yeah, there wasn't that
amount
many
that
of
were made anyway.
It was a small
and
stint.
they were like stupid expensive if you actually wanted them.
Just sounds
And it was ugly as shit.
It was ugly.
Sounds ugly.
It was
Like, why
see
would you
through
want to show
except
your
for the back.
socks? Because you're basically you're showing your socks
Yeah.
when you wear these shoes.
Right. That's all it was.
So it's stupid.
But
But,
I knew several people would have paid.
but yeah, there was some days. I went through so many ones. Like, it was
I'm not
ridiculous.
surprised. Huh?
So many $50 shit. As soon as you scuff them, they done.
I feel like
It's
I
over.
remember you from high school with like the matching shoes and hat.
Oh yeah,
Every
LCA,
single
oh,
day.
I was killing
Every
it with the
different color
dopes.
you had.
All different type of color dopes, bro.
Green hat, green shoes, green Yankee
Killing
fitted,
it.
red Yankee fitted.
That was a must though.
Yeah.
My fitted game was crazy.
But I
in high
remember,
school.
yeah, I remember
It
more
was more official at LCA
specifically.
'cause we had to wear uniforms, so you couldn't
That
have no
was how
fit.
you-
So your shoes is how you showed off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It didn't even matter. You
Yeah,
just throw it on something
Check out,
outrageous.
oh, I see you. You got the shoes such and such. Oh, all right, I see you.
Hilarious, man.
Khakis and polos.
Right.
Those were good old days.
For sure.
No
What about
cares
you?
about what you gonna wear the next day.
The only thing. Anything going on with you this past week?
No, we did the candle vendor shit or whatever.
Yeah.
We did that on last Sunday.
So y'all got
That went pretty well for what it was. Like, we get down there, it was like a 2-hour drive to the spot. And we get down there or whatever, and apparently I rode right past the motherfucker. The GPS telling me to turn. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is there? There's nowhere to fucking turn. So we spent probably like 10 minutes looking for it, and ended up calling the lady. She didn't pick up the first time, then she called us back. And, you know, she said some stupid shit like, yeah, you can't miss us. What the fuck? I just did. Bitch, I rode
Just
right
did
fucking
multiple
past
times.
you. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up finding it, and it won't what I thought it was going to be. I would say that. But,
Smaller than you expected.
I think it was a little. There was a lot of vendors out there. At least about 10, 15 vendors out there.
So a lot of buyers.
Wasn't a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think like it was kind of like down the hole a little bit, so people couldn't really see it.
Hard
There
to
wasn't like
find.
no big sign out there that said anything.
Oh yeah.
And she had switched the dates, and I don't think that was communicated properly
Oh, right.
either. So, but we still did decent. We made about like 300, something like that. But it could have been a lot more, I think, overall.
Still ain't
And
bad.
it was interesting. We met some interesting folks out there. It was one dude. He was a pastor. He talked our head off for a while, and come to find out, he had the baddest kid out there. Motherfucking kid was terrorizing everybody's booth.
Pastor's kid.
Terrible. They'll take the kid away. Next thing you know, this motherfucker back out. I'm like, yo,
Fresh out.
how the fuck does he keep getting out of your line of sight? And then it was like, I guess it was his mom or acting as or some kind of guardian or whatever. You could tell that she was walking around looking for him and couldn't find him, but she didn't want to say that. I'm telling her, like, she clearly don't know what this little motherfucker had. She looks confused at this point. But that was funny. But it's like, it's always the pastor's kid, you know? It's like, yeah, how can I respect a pastor who don't have control of his own child? At that
tough.
point, it's like, bro, he invited us to his church. I'll never go.
Particularly as a little,
I would never
as a
go.
little kid.
Yeah, this dude's no older than
It's like once you get older, they might turn super rebellious or something.
Right, that's
You gotta
possible.
have your kids under control at
At
a
that
young
age,
age as
it's
a
like,
pastor.
bro,
I'm with you. That makes sense.
You carried him off.
How you gonna-
You know what I'm saying?
How you
gotta
gonna
pick
lead
him up.
people if you can't lead your family?
That's what I told Shannon. It's like, yo, I can't go to this guy's church ever. The fuck? Got my whole family disarrayed and fucked up.
He said disarray.
Mismanaged.
My name Desiree. What we talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it that went on throughout the week. Just did that and get back to making some more candles and shit here soon.
That's what's up, man.
Big business.
Yeah.
Cats getting the side hustles out here jumping. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, well let's get to some topics here. I don't think there was a whole lot of them, but we got a couple things. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson in the news here recently. I didn't see a lot of what happened. I saw him and one of the former
Ravens player for his name.
defensive Ravens players.
Yeah, Bernard Pollard,
Bernard
former
Pollard.
safety.
Okay, I know the
Pollard.
name.
You know him.
Yeah, I knew the name. I couldn't
He won a
remember
Super
who it
Bowl
was.
with the Ravens.
Yeah, with Ray Lewis on them.
He had something to say. He said something like,
no free agents want to come to Baltimore.
Free agent
and play with
receivers,
Lamar Jackson.
right?
He tagged Lamar Jackson in it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
He said
because
no free agent. No free agent wide receivers want to come and play with Lamar Jackson because of the style of play. I don't. I
Why
gotta
I think
find
he
the
said
exact-
that? How long he been out the league?
Bernard Pollard.
What does he do?
I don't
Is he
know.
a personality of some kind? Is he?
Yeah, we gotta look into him to why he
somewhere?
would just had his take right now at this point. Out of nowhere.
I don't know. It was a lot like a back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah.
But let me see if I can find the original tweet that he made.
I'm just trying to think like.
I don't think he does anything though. I don't think he's like a media personality. He just had an opinion on Twitter. That,
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was just getting some shit
and I
off
think
on
he
Twitter.
might have been responding to Ryan Clark.
What Ryan Clark say?
I don't know because he had tagged Ryan Clark in there too. So
Yeah, that's why I'm. What doesn't make sense to me? Like, where is this coming from?
I'm not sure
Like-
where it all started. Honestly, I just know that's the first tweet that I saw.
Why you feel he got the inside scoop on what players want to play with Lamar a lot or not?
Well, I think
Like-
I mean, it's Twitter. If he's just giving his opinion,
Yeah, man,
Then
that's
it
what I
is-
think it is.
it
He
is
just had
what
it
it
taken.
is,
It got
bro.
some
you know,
traction.
it might have
Yeah. Down his way
actually
to Lamar.
started with the top 10 list that came out.
You know,
the
I did hear that.
top 10 list. And that
QB's
might
list?
have been
Yeah.
what Ryan Clark was commenting on.
Was he
to
in
begin
that?
with.
Lamar
No.
in that?
He's outside of the top 10 quarterbacks,
Oh, that might be disrespectful.
which is why it
look
started.
at the-
I think Ryan Clark says something about it like
you're right.
this is capping. Lamar Jackson is certainly a top 10 quarterback in the NFL or something like that. And
How
then
outside was it? Was he like 11?
he like 12 or 13.
Oh, okay,
Did
ain't
they
that
go?
bad. That ain't that bad. That's just a.
So
you know.
their list went Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Brady, Burrow, Stafford, Herbert, Wilson, Watson, Prescott.
Wilson, Watson, Prescott.
Oh, yeah,
I think you can certainly make a case for him being
I
in the
think
top
it's
10,
insane
but I
to
don't
put
think
him-
it was. I don't think it's wild.
I think that's wild.
He should definitely be in the top 10, but being 11 or 12, it's like you was right there. Like I get, you
Over
could
Dak-
swap out some guys.
Dak
That's,
better than Lamar? Fuck no.
I'd rather have him.
I know how your stance on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, we
but the
just
thing
don't
with
see
that
this-
is like, yeah, Lamar has won. He's won more games. We know that stat. He's won more games under 25 than any other QB is. We know we've heard
In
that stat
NFL history.
multiple times. We get that, but
He's dominated the NFL.
I guess when people start talking about quarterbacks, people want to bring up throwing.
crazy. how
And
that
when
is.
when we talk about Lamar, you mostly talk about him running. So
But that's the
you
narrative
gonna
that
say
people.
Dak is a better thrower of the ball than Lamar? Yeah, I think you should. That's a
Easily.
fair thing to say.
easily.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that Dak
be
has
wrong.
had a plethora of wide receivers to disseminate the ball to.
That's true, but that doesn't
Yeah,
negate
it
the
doesn't
fact
negate
that
he's
he's
still
more
a great thrower,
accurate.
yeah.
That's not a. That's
I don't
not
know
hard
if
to
the
say.
numbers say that he's more of an accurate passer.
I mean, he's put up more better passing numbers.
Yeah, I guess you could say statistically.
I don't know about the
his
accuracy
passing
part,
yards.
but he got
and
dumb
stuff like
yards
that.
every year.
But
mad
they
TDs.
were in the league the same time that Lamar Jackson won the MVP, and he led the league in touchdown passes that year. Like people just seem to forget stuff like that. Like dude had a 36-6 touchdown ratio.
You say he led the league in touchdowns that year?
Yeah,
That was the most, 36?
36 is a lot of touchdowns.
I know it's a lot, but I feel like when I think like the most, they
He
people
led
in
the
the 40s
NFL.
and shit.
He led the NFL that year.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Right, and
So
that's
I won't compile with his running touchdowns. I was all
no.
passing.
He had 7 rushing touchdowns that year, so
Okay.
total he had like 42 touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah, it was an MVP season. You got to hold that up for him. You got to champion that. Yeah, that's
Right,
something.
but I'm saying
most
it's like
don't do.
people kind of forget about that, and I know that was a few years ago. It was like 2019 at that point.
Yeah.
But it's not like he fell off a cliff since then. He had a pretty good follow up season to that. It wasn't the MVP season that he had the year before.
Injuries.
But he had a good season, and then last year, the Ravens were terrible.
Yeah.
They
And he got
just
hurt.
they had like 21 people on IR, and he still somehow had them in playoff contention until he got hurt. They were 8-2 until he got hurt. Of course, they had some fluke wins in there, but regardless, they were 8-2 until he got hurt, and they didn't win another game the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I think, to me, he's one of those guys like that elevates a team. Like to me, like Joe Burrow is a good quarterback, but Joe Burrow to me seems like a guy who needs guys around him, needs pieces around him to win, and most people do. Most quarterbacks.
I feel like that you can say it about any quarterback.
But most
Everybody
quarterbacks
needs
do
pieces.
to win games.
You literally just said that the Ravens sucked last year because they were down 21 guys.
Right, but what I'm saying is Lamar Jackson still had them with a winning record. They were still the #1 seed in the AFC. They didn't win another game without him. So it wasn't the team, it was Lamar Jackson. But all I'm saying is, like, I feel like he's a multiplier. Like
quarterback.
Hundley. What's his name? Hundley?
Yeah, I think so.
Hundley.
Yeah.
And he played well.
I mean, your
He
point
did
is
play
that
pretty good.
Lamar Jackson is more beneficial to the Ravens than Huntley.
My point is
Agreed.
is that Lamar Jackson is just a multiplier. He's an amplifier. That's how I see him.
That's what all good quarterbacks are.
No, they're not.
Any good quarterback on a team, you take them off the team, put in a replacement, that team is not very good.
No,
Generally speaking,
but
that is very accurate.
That's not my point. My point is just that he makes people on that team better. That he's not necessarily like, and it's quarterbacks out there that do that. Ben Roethlisberger was one, like that elevate. He can carry a team. Lamar Jackson. How much football from Louisville do we watch or have heard about since the last time he played? Or who do you know of that was drafted anywhere near him or that played for Louisville? No, none of his teammates were drafted. They weren't good. But I'm just saying, like, in comparison to like a Joe Burrow or a Tua, these guys played around NFL talent caliber players their entire collegiate career. Lamar Jackson just
pros
hasn't
and cons to everything. Like I was having issues with Mac because the thing with him, he's always had these freaking best in the league receivers and running backs around, so you can like say that's you can measure that to how good he is. But at the same time, it's still you have to play to a level to play with those guys.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why he was so effective in his rookie year, because he was used to playing with elite people and against elite people and making plays. So he played decent his rookie year. He had a great rookie season. Well, so it just depends on the situation. It helps to correlate to the NFL better when you play with those type of guys.
Where do you think Lamar Jackson should be ranked?
Anywhere above Joe Burrow. At least top 5. That's what I think. And I think, me personally, I would take Justin Herbert and put him in the top 5 as well too, and kick anybody else out that's necessary. But
Burrow was 5.
He was 5.
So if you take Herbert and put Burrow there, switch them.
What are we talking about right now? Why are we putting Herbert in the top 10?
Because he loves Herbert. I don't hate that. But my point is, every time we talk about Lamar Jackson, you make it sound like I don't know what we're debating. I never know what we're debating. We end up debating each other because I don't care for his style of play, but I think he's a top 12 guy, and I think you could easily make an argument to make him top 8 or whatever.
Yeah,
like I don't think that's crazy. I personally wouldn't, but it is what it is. I feel like you're making an argument that he should be top. You said top 5 now. I don't know how you can possibly make that argument outside of the fact that we get to debating it. There's no way he's a top 5 quarterback.
But just based on wins alone.
He doesn't win. He hasn't won in the playoffs.
He's won playoffs.
He's won a playoff game. He's won in
Super Bowl his second year.
He's 1-3 in the playoffs.
Third year.
And all of the losses, he's had less than 200 passing yards and more interceptions than touchdowns.
That's fine too.
If anybody else other than Lamar Jackson does that, you would shit on him.
But that's few
But
losses.
you are a Lamar defender because you think he's disrespected. So you give him a pass you wouldn't give to any other quarterback that had the playoff record that he does.
No, because
nobody.
Peyton Manning didn't win his first playoff game until he was like 6 years in the league.
That's cute. So we have his whole career to look at.
Right
now, there's nobody in the league that would go 1-3 with more interceptions than touchdowns and multiple under 200-yard passing games that you would not shit on.
What I'm saying is that we can't. That can't be the end all be all because
Mac to that 3.
It's been very little players or very few players who've come into the NFL and had playoff success initially. Like as a quarterback. How many
look,
players has that happened to?
I understand that, but I'm saying we can't. It doesn't make sense to prop him up and say, "Look how many regular season wins he's got," as one of the defining categories that makes him a top 10 player, and then say, "Well, he gets to the playoffs with all those under 25-year-old wins in the regular season, he gets to the playoffs and doesn't win." That it doesn't make sense to not weigh those equally out as being important. I understand what you're saying. He could turn it around and he could win the Super Bowl next year, and the next year after that win 2 playoff games, and then in 3 years from now he's got
it'll never be a
9-5 playoff record.
Right.
100% could happen that way.
It happens in runs in the playoffs. Like, you only get one shot at it. You know, it's one and done type of game. Like, either you move on or you go to fuck home. So if he doesn't win, you got to wait a whole fucking another year to improve your record. Yeah. So it's gonna take some time for that to happen. It's just, and like I said,
understand how it works.
Look at Peyton Manning's
It still
career.
counts for something when you haven't had the wins in the
for sure. I mean, you can
that's
always
what it is.
use that as a knock. That's fine.
It seems like you throw out any criticism as being invalid because it could get better. All of the good stuff that you have to say about him is true. Can't take that away at all. MVP season you can never take away from him. That was an incredible season. He deserves mad props for that. He is a very good quarterback. Taking away the criticisms and just like throwing them away as invalid is stupid to me.
I don't think it's invalid necessarily. I just think it lacks context, especially compared to other greats as well too. It's just like how many of them came in and had a winning playoff record. Joe Burrow might never make the playoffs again.
Very possible.
You know what I'm saying? Though, these are the possibilities. Yeah. Justin Herbert hasn't been to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like these guys are fantastic quarterbacks. But at the same time, you have to realize that it's room to grow here. Like their career is not done.
That's true, but I think so that the difference in games gets taken. That's also a context. The position of quarterback is generally about throwing the football. Lamar can throw the football, but that is not his strongest suit. He gets graded on a little bit of a curved grade, similar to how Cam did, because of the way he impacts the game running the ball as well. So if you say, like, take a look at his whole game and the fact that his team wins because of it, it does make sense to use that as part of your argument. But, like, the other guys are so much better at throwing the ball, in my opinion. I don't know. You say that that's not clear. I think that's clear.
Yeah, it's pretty
evident. I'm not of the belief
if you're using the running as a part of how he impacts the game, then wins is kind of how you track that. That's why I always go back to the playoff stuff. But it is what it is. I don't really know. It was odd to see a former Ravens player say this, but I don't disagree with what he's saying. I'm not saying that people are avoiding Lamar Jackson, but it is odd that they're never really one of the main teams in on the big name free agent.
I don't understand the avoiding part. Like NFL players got the choice of where they're going.
Free agents do.
Well, maybe free agents. Yeah,
I think that's what he was referring to.
They don't ain't no player like, oh, send me to Ravens. I want to play with Lamar. Like, can no player do that? It's up to the teams to make those moves. Right. So it's like, that's why I don't understand to take it all. Like, how do you know? Where are you getting this from? Nobody wants to play with him. If somebody got traded to them, they had no choice but to play with him.
So it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird to tag Lamar and like take a direct shot at him.
To me,
I'll go with it.
And I don't think, again, I'm not of the belief that it's Lamar Jackson. It's the system that he plays in.
That's possibly fair as well.
You could always say the system is catered to his strengths or whatever.
It is.
But it is. I mean, his running ability is certainly a threat. You would never want him to lose that.
No.
But I've always seen him as a guy who can throw the ball all over the field. And he can do that. He has a 64% career completion percentage. He's not a bum out there. He can throw the football, and his interception to touchdown ratio is fantastic.
The real issue is at some point he's going to have to overplay throwing the ball a little bit more than relying on the running, because now you're a liability. We're seeing you can get hurt. It's going to happen. You're going to get hurt. People who run the ball get hurt. There's no way around it. There's no way you can avoid.
People who stand in the pocket get hurt.
Yeah,
It's
but
football.
It's very
It's no
less
way to
likely for
avoid
a quarterback
injury.
that stays in the pocket to get hurt than a player that runs around the field.
Yeah, he hurt his ankle in the pocket.
This is
He didn't hurt his ankle from
This
it.
is like a really easy thing to just give in on.
Yeah, like
in the history of running quarterbacks,
they get hurt.
All of them have run into an issue where after they were in the league for X amount of years, their running ability was no longer their strong suit because of the hits that they had to take.
Well, I
aging.
just think over the years, I would argue differently. It's just over the years that you can't run like you used to.
Okay, well,
Just
say that's the
being-
reason. Then that's something that he'll have to face.
Yeah, I mean that's anybody.
At
You have
some
to.
point, he's gonna
your
have to
game
start
has to
throwing the
adapt.
ball more. And
Right.
that's the part. That's the point of his career that we haven't seen yet. And if he makes that
Right,
adjustment, then
because
shit
we're
might
talking
change
about a
for
guy
him.
that's 25.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like he's accomplished all these things, and he's only 25.
Yeah.
And we've known, looking at quarterbacks, as far as like intellectually, they probably don't hit their peak around until about 28, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Nowadays, anyway.
But then, now it's at the point where you just gotta hope he don't have no serious injury that makes him have to do that instead of him just making a transition on his own.
Has anything happened to his career thus far where you would think that we have a serious injury like that?
Yeah, I've seen him get hit pretty hard.
I haven't seen him take any. He doesn't take a lot of
I think
direct
he
shots.
does an exceptional job
He doesn't
for
take
a
a lot of
running
direct
quarterback at not getting blasted.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It
I've
is
seen him
it is
take
odd.
The
the
guy's
way that
slippery.
All
He
you
is
need is
really
one.
good at that.
All you need is one.
No, that's
all
a good
everyone
point.
needs
I
to
don't know.
happen.
He's slippery, and a phrase that I like to use is he's hood nigga strong. He is the guy is wiry.
It's also a phrase I like to use.
He is. The guy is strong.
How else can you describe
Is
him?
that
How else
like
do you
retarded
describe-
strength? Is that where you trying to go with that?
Whoa.
It's not.
That's
It's
racist.
not quite.
I was just asking a question.
Retarded strength is a different level. I think.
There's a cornfed. There's a white boy one.
Yeah.
They use for the
Cornfed, country
offensive
strong.
lineman.
Country
strong.
That's what you use. For.
Tight ends.
Yeah, right. Big country strong. No, he is hood nigga strong. You know, and
He has
so-
bulked up. I've seen he been bulking up. He ain't as frail as he was when he
But
first came to the league.
he's always had that wiry frame or whatever. But he's always had strength. He breaks more tackles than a lot of people give him credit for. It's not just juking
Like
people
Israel
out.
Adesanya got that. He looks like he's not that big, but he got it though. Shout out to him who won that fight a couple weeks
I
ago.
mean, look, all I'm saying is that the disrespect will stop one day. But of course, Lamar's gonna have to go through. He's gonna have to win a Super Bowl, and I think it's gonna come sooner rather than later.
I don't think he ever wins the Super Bowl. If he does, I'll apologize. I think he has a lower ceiling than any of the other top quarterbacks.
Well, I feel like the rest of those guys,
agree
or
with
most of them, have reached their ceiling, and I feel like we yet to see Lamar reach his yet.
How?
Because they don't.
Who are you talking about specifically? Don't give me this generic. They've reached
Joe
their
Burrow
ceiling.
has reached his ceiling.
That's a stupid take.
Yes, though. Why would you say
You
that?
can't do
Why you
all
cut off
this
his ceiling?
defended-
Lamar can
Yeah.
do whatever he wants to do. In the rest of his career.
Lamar was an MVP already. He reached his ceiling.
I mean, I could argue the fact that, when I said that he won the MVP.
This is a stupid fucking hater take.
No.
I knew that Burrow was who you were talking about.
No.
Why do you think Burrow can't get no better after 2 years in the league and going to Super Bowl the second year?
Well, I would say we've likely seen, just like the MVP seasons. All right, Lamar might not win another MVP. That's fine, but he can get better as a passer by them surrounding him with better talent on the offensive end.
So he's not
Joe
getting
Burrow
He got
has
the talent.
He's not
So
getting
why
no,
you don't think his career can go further?
Joe Burrow has the maximum amount of talent that anybody could possibly have
It's stupid.
on the offensive side. Sans an offensive line, they can get better in that regard.
Oh yeah,
but
that's not important.
but
It's a little detail.
his 3 wide receivers are unmatched as far as wide receiving core. He literally has a top 5 running back as well too that he can hand the ball off to. Lamar Jackson has none of these things.
So why do you think Joe
None
got the
of them.
ceiling when he got the better players to throw to? Why do you think his ceiling
I think his
stops?
ceiling is reached. I think that's what we'll see, and that's not a.
That doesn't make any sense.
To me, that makes perfect
dumb. It's dumb to say that
The
any
ceiling
player.
is of Joe
All
Burrow.
these guys
They made
played
it to the
together
fucking
in
Super
college,
Bowl.
Play together in college, and they'll probably be together for the next decade. You don't think they will continue to have success
I didn't
after
say
they've
that.
already reached the Super Bowl in their second year?
I never said that they will continue to have success. But he just made the Super Bowl. How much do you think he's gonna win? 10 fucking Super Bowls or something? How much do you think?
Well,
What do you think this?
extreme.
Yeah,
He
you're
threw for
extreme.
he threw for 4,600 yards last year.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm just saying, like,
It's
how much?
dumb
How
to say that anybody in their second year will not be able to get better.
I think
That's just a simple.
I'm not saying. I think
We
I think
take
he's
all
tapped-
the window dressing off the extra. It's dumb to say that any player in their second year has reached their ceiling and can't get better.
He's just
What
started.
do you? And looking at his
Technically,
game,
it was kind of like this first season because he got
his
hurt
skill
last year.
set wise, what do you think he could get better or improve his skill set wise?
I'm not.
You think he's gonna get faster?
I'm not going.
Probably
through.
not. You think his arms gonna get stronger?
Neither will Lamar.
Probably not.
Neither will Lamar.
Lamar
You're
can
giving
be
just generic shit that'll
that
probably
don't make
not
Lamar,
get better from most
Lamar's
people.
not gonna get faster, but he's already the fastest. Look, his arm's not gonna get stronger, but his arm is stronger than Joe Burrow's. What
Yo,
you can do
this
is
is just
surround him
this is
with
just-
talent
this is
so he
just a
can
hater
utilize
section.
these things.
This is just
It's
a
not.
hater section.
Yeah, I don't understand what
You
you're
can
saying
surround
right
him with talent so he can utilize these things. That's all I'm saying. It's about the pieces around these people more so than the talent is already there. It's about putting it around them so that they can utilize those talents. Joe Burrow has all the talent that he could possibly need around him. That's all I'm saying. Is I'm not putting a cap on Joe Burrow himself. I'm saying that if
But
you
you
look
did.
around his
Yeah, that's what we
surroundings,
was talking about,
exactly
though.
what you did.
no, it's his surrounding cast. How much better does that get?
You
It
could
can't.
you could just
No,
make
he
your,
can get better though.
yeah you could
I don't
just
think
make
he- I
your,
don't think he can.
you could just make your point about how much better Lamar could get if they had some better pieces around him without having to go down this stupid route of saying that these other guys have reached their ceiling.
Aaron Rodgers
Try
has
to-
reached the ceiling.
Good call.
Tom Brady has reached the ceiling.
Good call.
Those are the guys that I was talking about, and then Joe Burrow as well too.
This is
To me, is he's reached
You got
the
more point with the 40-year-olds.
Herbert's reached his
You
ceiling.
can't say a 23
That's
years
negative.
old has reached his
Nah,
ceiling
this is
already.
how stupid this motherfucker
That's
is.
a negative.
Herbert hasn't reached his ceiling.
He hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Because the people that Carl likes.
Yeah. That's all it comes
Fuck
down
out
to.
of here, man.
It's just a
No,
biased
he's
take
been-
that you have.
What
right
else
there.
do we have?
He's been
Fully
held back.
biased take.
I knew this was going to happen with the Lamar discussion. That's why I said let's do this first.
Oh man,
We're about
yeah,
an
we gotta
hour
move
in
on.
almost now.
We understand it's just biased
Just
takes you having right
stupid,
there
man.
Lamar Jackson for the
because they
Super
don't
Bowl
apply to
this year.
nobody that you
Just
don't like.
dumb.
2022.
Anybody you don't like.
I guess it's 2023.
Let's put money on it.
I gotta see how the season.
10-1. I'll pay you 10-1.
All right.
Oh damn.
You
That's
owe
great
me
odds.
$25 if they don't win the Super Bowl. I owe you $250 if they win.
Sheesh.
Okay.
You gotta take that.
I'll take it. I'll take
This
that.
guy's fucking idiot.
Why you got me betting on the Ravens and shit, man?
Because you're an idiot.
I'm really just a Lamar fan.
You're an idiot, bro.
That's not your quarterback though. You need to worry about yours and what y'all gonna do this season. That's what you should be worried about. That's what you should
I
be worried
can't
about.
believe this guy. I hate talking Lamar Jackson. Stay out of the news, Lamar.
Oh man.
'Cause I don't want to talk
Stay
about
out of the news.
Just saying,
I
man,
knew it was
I'm
gonna
just
be like
tired of it,
this.
bro.
This guy says
What
top
we
five.
got?
Jesus Christ.
Easily. I guess we can move
You
on.
said T-Pain,
T-Pain.
said a bunch of shit. I saw one thing that he had said about Chris
T-Pain said
Brown.
Tupac would get ate the fuck up lyrically if he
I did see that,
survived
actually.
this killing in '96.
I did see
He said
that,
he rappers would eat his ass alive. Pause. Rappers would fuck Tupac up on beats.
I don't believe that. I'll just,
React.
But the two things I saw he said are like wild things to say, and he clearly was like saying
for
them
it.
wildly.
He on Axe joint. I'm
But
gonna get
both
these
of them
takes
made
off.
kind of sense if you take it like you actually looked at what he said.
If you remove the spice from it.
Yeah, the Tupac thing, like the article I saw, I don't know if he read this himself, but like he read one of Pac's verses, and it was like mad passionate and shit. I think he gave Pac those props,
He's great at delivery.
but he was like, the lyrical content is not like the craziest thing you've ever heard. And I think we've all said stuff like that.
Yeah, it's easy
before.
listen. Everybody knows Biggie was the better rapper.
Right. Like, I think it's
Tupac was just more
fair to
influential.
say that lyrically there would have been guys that would have spit better lyrics.
Yeah.
But with the delivery and all the other stuff
But
that Pac came with,
I don't think-
I don't think he was saying that Pac wouldn't have been a
see,
good
that's
artist.
but that's why I
I don't
disagree with it because it's like better lyrics is just that's a like objective or
Yeah.
like it just depends.
Sure.
It's me. It's like Pac's lyrics had more meaning than anything that Biggie was talking about. Biggie just did it with more rhythm
Right.
and
No, I agree with
metaphors
that.
and shit like that. But what Pac was saying was actual real life.
More meaning
Scenario.
don't mean better though.
No, I'm not saying either one is better than the other, but I'm just saying like it just depends on what you're into
Yeah.
No,
or
I
what you
agree
want to
with that.
listen to at the time. And there's certain things that, like, on a real perspective, a lot of people can't rap like Pac. They have to live in this imaginary world that they
Because they ain't got nothing to
project.
say.
Right.
When you got something to say, you'll break it down a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. Like
They're
not educated enough to even get into the realm of what Pac was doing. So that to me, lyrically, I think he was impressive, and is more impressive than the guy rapping about his jewels and rapping about everything else that every other rapper is talking about.
Sure.
So that to me, I always felt like, and his wordplay on top of that was actually pretty good. Like he doesn't utilize it all the time, but. I don't even know what it's called necessarily, but you hear when rappers do it now. It's like one pocket that Pac used to get into, I forgot. I think it might have been on Temptations or something. I forgot what song it was, but he was like, "Pussies is." He just rhymes or he raps a bunch of P words.
I paint a perfect picture.
Right, shit like that. That is skill of rapping.
Yeah, he got in that pocket on that joint.
He got another song where he does that as well too.
Yeah.
But that's skill. That's elite rapping skill.
But back then, like doubling your flow pattern was like a far-fetched thing to do. Like you were showing off when you started getting in that bag. Now everybody's doubling up the tempo and rap.
Well, not necessarily. I'm just talking about like using words that all start with the same letter type thing. Like that's
I can't think of what that's called.
Like Wayne does.
Right. But people do that.
Wayne does that shit.
Cardi B, whoever wrote that for, did that in their song "Barty Gang," Birkin Bag. You know, whatever that little saying that she does on her song. That's also an example of it. Like that's a technique using rap that Pac did flawlessly. Like that's all I'm saying is like I think he's a lot more skilled that way. It's just that he didn't use any metaphors. Everything he talked about was straightforward, real life type things, and it still brought you something to think about. I just disagree in that regard. Now, if you just want to hear some fly shit, then yeah, he'll get ate up, you know. But it just all depends on the subject matter. You're not gonna put, I don't know, Pac on certain records, I guess.
His actual quote was, lyricism-wise, Pac would have got ridiculously murdered, bro. Pac was a crazy lyricist in our time because ain't nobody else have no platform. If the platforms would have been what they are now, Pac would have got ate the fuck up. I'm just saying, when we look at the Pac's greatest lyrics, right, it's peanuts to what we hear today. When he says that, I kind of think of it, and then I guess this was the article I was looking at. Below that, there's a Tupac bars or whatever that he had written for. I think he's kind of just saying like the actual rhyme schemes are elementary. I guess what you were just saying with the P words and stuff.
Yeah.
That particularly is not elementary, but.
Overall, the flow.
I know what he's saying, kind of in a way.
Listen rapper.
Yeah, like I don't want it to. I certainly don't think Tupac is not the greatest or one of the greatest, and I doubt T-Pain thinks that either.
He's not gonna say some shit that's
get what he's
go
saying.
over your head.
Yeah, I do kind of get what he's saying.
Yeah,
that
it's straightforward.
It is fairly elementary at times, but
the rhyme
that's
cadence
is
is going to be mostly similar throughout.
I think that's kind of a credit to Pac, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that without having crazy intricate, that's crazy you just said that. I'm going to mess up this explanation really bad. But I was, the dude from Get Out that was also in the Black Panther movie, Daniel Kaluuya or something like that.
Yeah.
This dude was on Hot Ones with Sean Evans doing Hot Wings. I was watching him yesterday. And he was talking about his movies and stuff, but saying that he was with a music producer that was kind of breaking things down, and he was talking about Michael Jackson. And he was like, there's a difference between being able to be great, like skill-wise, and also making it as simple as possible.
Right.
And being able to mix the two.
And
he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Like, Michael made things so simple that everybody could digest it.
Yeah.
But the way he did it was so elevated that that's why he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
So when you say digestible, that's a perfect thing for Pac. Yeah, I don't think I just came up with
anybody can listen to. That's
impressive to be able to be
because you got to think about the communities or the people he's trying to reach as well too.
The world. He ain't just trying to reach his city.
Right. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting little piece of the interview. But when you said that, that's what made me think of.
It's almost like the Drake effect. Like he's trying to reach people that y'all don't see on a day-to-day basis. He's trying to reach different countries, that's why he's doing the type of music that he does.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a worldly artist and not just a United States or a Canadian artist.
Yeah. I almost felt like T-Pain's comments on this were similar to that one that we were having 2 weeks ago
What was that?
about how like the technology in music has evolved. Like I
Okay.
almost felt like he was talking more like a time period thing. Like the stuff that we thought was crazy from the 90s now would be easily accessible by people that you're not even familiar with that can
Yeah.
rap better than what
And
Tupac
That's
used
true.
to.
I just always want to like.
Whether that's important to you or
Right,
not.
but we always got to put it in terms. It's just like, because talent is talent regardless. That talent going to find a way in
Yeah.
whatever time period you put it in. It's going to adapt. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
if Tupac was born in this era, Tupac would still be Tupac just of this era. Like,
Right, he would have all these tools
right,
available
to
him
utilize.
as well.
He or he would
Yeah.
adapt to what rap
Tupac
is
probably
today.
bodying his IG shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People would fucking love him. They would love that
He
shit.
bodying his IG shit.
Yeah, like he would just adapt if the raps required more metaphors or whatever for him to succeed, that's what he would have been doing.
Right.
You know, but
That's a good
to
point.
reach a great is a great regardless. It's gonna find a way. You can't tell me like, oh, he wouldn't. They didn't have the tools, or this wasn't a thing when they were doing it. So you can't apply those same things. We always have to look at it in relative terms, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's a good point.
Definitely a good point.
Anything else on that, or go to the next T-Pain comment? You said he had a whole gang of them, right?
He did. I guess we can get into the Chris Brown comment. He said he has like a princess complex when shit don't go his way because he's always gotten what he wanted by doing barely anything to get it. I thought it was kind of a shot he taking. Cause I thought Chris Brown was his man. It seemed like he taking a little shot right there, bro.
I mean, it certainly is spicy.
Yeah.
That was the one that I had actually read more into, though.
But
Whatever those numbers were, we were talking about it last week, I think. Whatever
yeah,
he sold was
like 70 or something,
70,000,
78 or something like that. Yeah,
And he apparently had gotten
no IG.
kind of spicy on IG or Twitter or whatever with saying that this was similar to work that he's done in the past or something like that.
No, he said,
Up to the similar caliber.
y'all only talk about me when some negative going on in my life. When I dropped this album, anybody saying got nothing to say about me. He's like, it's all right, I'm about to back on my bully shit or some shit. He said some type of, like he's on some gangster shit or something now. It's like, all right, bro, all right, calm down.
I thought what T-Pain
Going
was
to a
saying
little baby, like he
made
going-
sense again. Where he was like, he broke it down and he was like, since this has worked in the past for Chris Brown and fans ate it up, he felt like Chris Brown was mad that this time he put out similar work, however you want to look at that, and the fans didn't eat it up, so he's mad. And was kind of saying like, I guess that was that princess syndrome, or whatever
I
you
feel
want
like
to
that's
call
the,
it, where he's like, once you put out X and people buy it, if they don't buy it again, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, I could see you feeling that way, but I feel like T-Pain should just know better with him being an artist in this industry. Kind of like going through the same thing as Chris Brown is going through. Like we had a debate last week about him being the prime of his career. It's not the prime of his career. Like shit is on the down slope. He's not making bad music. His music is still fire. It's still high level, high quality shit. But he's not getting the looks he used to get. He's not. I don't think he has a song in the top 30 songs or something right now. We're talking about Chris Brown right now. One of them songs on that album could be in the top 30, at least one.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's not in it at all is different. But then you have a Brett Fayez who just dropped the album last week, and his John, he did 100K first week.
Did
and
he
he has
really?
a song. His song is number one on the charts right now. He got a song where it's like,
Oh, wow.
but he doesn't have a song that everybody necessarily knows that's out right now. But he's still getting that look and being put on these playlists or on these charts to where he's getting the numbers that he's getting. It's just weird. It's just people in a different time in their career. I don't know. I think that Rihanna shit still affects him a little bit. I think he might be getting a little shadow ban shit from that a little bit. But at the end of the day, you don't fuck what you make on your music, bro. You about to go on an arena tour. You about to make millions. Like you still can sell out arenas right now, so that don't really matter
Right.
to you.
I mean, right. Yeah. Nobody else can do that.
Yeah,
in this
you can
field.
go on. You about to go on an arena tour right now with Lil Baby, the biggest rapper, one of the biggest rappers in the game.
I should have pulled this up first, same as with the Tupac comments, but what he actually said is, that's one motherfucking dude. I'm gonna call him dude. But I know what his but I know what his faults are. Chris Brown has the princess complex. Now we're gonna take this to something that is controversial, but it's not controversial. Basically, the princess complex is when a young girl grows up in a family or in surroundings where every day she gets called a princess, she gets called pretty, she's the prettiest girl in the world, blah 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 blah. And the princess complex is not only when you get what you want, but you got the accolades of a pretty person for doing absolutely fucking nothing and just being pretty. The second that
That's
the
a
first
shot,
real
though.
motherfucker comes to you and says, "Hey, you ain't that fucking pretty," it's over. Breakdown, Twitter outrage. Everything now is. I can't even say half of this next part, so we're just gonna keep it moving. But that's kind of hilarious.
That
I mean,
was
I
funny,
don't
Tay.
disagree.
But T-Pain went through that shit too.
Yeah.
At one point, he was the pretty girl in the room. Everybody had a fucking T-Pain feature
No,
during his height of his
100%.
career.
Yeah.
They had to get him on it, and then it won't no more.
Yeah.
So he went through that. So he should understand that it's not like a.
Maybe that's why
it's
he
not-
knows.
Yeah, probably, maybe, because he probably has some personal feelings. Because he talked about on that act shit, he was going off about people not respecting him and what he did. People forget what you. Yeah, that's what people do. People live in the recency.
Yeah.
People will forget what you did 10 years ago and how you was one of the biggest artists in the game. And you was. And you still got the accolades to prove it. But he said, he spoke on that a little bit about like, I'm dealing with it better now. I'm not tripping off that. Like, I'm understanding that I'm in a way better position than these artists that people think are cooler. Like, I think they compared something. They was talking about him in Future doing the verses and how Future will body him because he's a cooler artist. He's like, but he doesn't have bigger records than me. He's like, I like that low. Try to get low. That shit went diamond. How many diamond records does Future have? He doesn't. It's just like, but he has a bunch of hit records that the niggas like. He's like, y'all be making records for niggas. he's like, yeah, the niggas love Mask Off, but you know what the white people love? Try to get low. He's like, that's the problem. When we talk about levels and shit, yeah, that was the hood classic. I'm So Hood. People love that remix and that song that I did. I ain't get paid for it.
Right.
He's like, but the Kanye Good Life, I won a Grammy for that. Everybody don't talk about that song. But I won a Grammy for that record with Kanye that I did a feature on. Anybody talk about the Cali records? I ain't get no accolades for those records. But the hood loved them, though.
I see him everywhere now. Y'all were talking earlier before we started about his Twitch or whatever. I don't know if I guess that is. Does he have a podcast?
Yeah, podcast.
Okay, I see his clip. I follow him on Instagram, so I see his clips
Podcast's
all the
pretty funny.
time. And yeah, he's always posting hilarious stuff.
Don't he do his podcast on Twitch though?
Yeah.
As soon
He
as I
streams
started
it.
to ask
Yeah,
it,
he
I was like,
streams it and he posts it on
looks
YouTube and all
Twitch,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems to be like kind of back in.
Yeah.
As
T-Pain is just
very
naturally
relevant guy.
entertaining.
yeah.
Like, you could
That's a
just
good
sit
way to
there
say
and
it.
watch him talk for an hour and it's going to be
He
entertaining.
said, I think he was a little sauce. I think him and Ack was on the yak.
I feel like
Probably.
he gets more entertaining when he's sauced.
I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
He got talking about he was probably saying too much shit for real. He was talking about Akon using body doubles
Oh,
I had
for
that
his
too.
shows,
He
saying
did.
that his brother was filling in and lip syncing.
That's fly
I've
shit,
heard
though.
that
That's some
before.
fly shit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I've heard that before.
they was getting both. They was getting two bags at once, pretty much. Akon was across country, and it was before like the internet, so people didn't know.
You didn't know. Ain't no
Right.
cameras.
Right?
Can't go
That's
say
why.
nothing, yeah. And they look identical. They look very similar.
They
really?
don't.
They're very identical.
They
in a dark club, you're not gonna think that's
right
not
in
Akon.
the dark because they're both dark as hell.
Exactly.
So,
So
yeah,
they're very identical
in
in
that
that
way.
setting.
But if
At a
you
show, you're not seeing somebody that clearly.
you could easily pick them apart. They ain't like identical or anything like that. So, but I mean, back
Hey,
then in the
Aldo.
dark settings in the
Aldo.
club,
Again,
yeah, for sure.
Akon ain't
Very
got
possible.
no hood crowd. Then white people can't tell them swing him his brother.
No, probably not. Yeah, that's a fair point.
You just deny it.
That's a fair point.
If you just deny it,
Yeah, no. What do you mean?
like,
No, I'm
what are you
Akon.
gonna do?
Right, yeah, right.
How long are you gonna tell me I'm not this person?
Like, no, you're not him. Yes, I am.
Push back twice, and I just be like, I'm Akon.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm performing in front of you. What are you talking about? I'm Akon.
Hey,
But that's
and
fly shit though.
if
Like,
they perform well, do you care?
yeah, not really. I mean, I would
Well,
if
he's
I
not
found out
actually-
about it.
doesn't
I would have an
matter.
issue with
He
it.
wasn't actually doing the song, so yeah.
Lip syncing.
He was
If
was
you
lip-syncing.
don't know though, if you can't tell, doesn't matter. If I enjoyed my experience,
yeah, I mean, I guess.
does it actually matter?
Yeah, I guess.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Tree falls in
That's
the
it.
woods doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But shout out to them. Like,
Nobody's right.
that's how you know Akon a real hustler out here. He was like, "Shit, I'm gonna be overseas, bro. I need you to do on tour."
That's
in
how he
the
ran up
States."
all that money to buy a
So
city.
you're getting double the tour money now,
Yeah,
being in two places at the same time. That's kind of fire.
yeah, for sure. And I feel like somebody
mad
they were
artists
talking
would
about
get that shit
somebody
off if
else
They could.
using a body double or something, but I can't recall.
dude that just died. I doubt this is who you were thinking of, but Underground.
Oh,
Mad
fuck! I'm
Lib
picturing him right now.
and-
The picture in the face.
Yeah, with the mask on.
The fuck. Now I
gonna
feel
drive
bad
me
that I
crazy.
can't
Doom?
remember.
Yeah,
MF Doom.
Doom.
There it is.
Oh, he used the body though?
He did use the body, but he wears a
Notoriously.
mask, so you wouldn't know it was
Right,
him anyway.
right. Yeah, fucking G.
Notoriously
Jeez.
did that.
You
a
got to
lot.
get that shit off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Speaking of doubles, we was talking about the fake Drake and the fake Dirk.
Oh yeah.
And now, what was the fake one? The recent one that happened?
This one's a little different. He's got white
White
little
Lil
baby.
Durk.
He
White
just
Lil Baby.
sounds like him.
He just
not
sounds like
a
Lil Baby,
lookalike
but
like
he's
these other two.
I forgot what this dude. Lil Man is his rap name.
really?
Lil Man J is his rap name, and he posted this song that he recently, I guess, came out with, and the shit been going crazy. I don't know how many views it got right now, but it was close to 1 million when I looked at it or when I shared it in the chat or whatever. And the dude sounds just like Lil Baby,
Really
little white
does.
corny dude with braces, and he sounds pretty much identical to Lil Baby.
I
And
don't know if I go with just like. He's a good imitation.
it's pretty close. I mean, as far as flow and like tone and stuff like that, it's pretty similar. And I guess it kind of got back to Lil Baby, and Lil Baby's quote was, "What the fuck is this? Is this a joke?" type thing.
It is.
But dude is serious about rapping though.
That's cool. He's still a joke though, because he's going off. Oh, I'm the white little baby. So now you a joke.
Well, honestly, I think the dude's a little bit smarter than you give him credit for. He even I saw a video of what he posted. He shared the Lil Baby thing, like Lil Baby saw my video and he said this about it, and he's like, I appreciate you guys getting my name out there and stuff like that, and listening to the song, but I know I can't like build a career off of being a white Lil Baby, so. Then this is my chance just to kind of like blow, and now I'll start to diversify. That's smart. To me, it's all about
That's
exposure.
what you should do.
Yeah, it's about the
Because if
ignition.
you still
capitalizes
keep
on it.
riding this, I'm white little baby. You're a joke now. People
Well,
not gonna think
I
about you
don't
in
think
a
that's
couple
not his
months.
plan
Yeah.
to do that. He's going to branch out, and to me, I feel like he got some skill to actually rap. I don't think it's not like terrific, but it sounded good. So, whatever he's doing, I think he should keep doing that. Little Man Jay.
If he sticks with
Not saying
that
I'm gonna listen to a
game
lot
plan-
of it, but he can easily build him a fan base.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody can build a fan base. I'm good on it. Listen to White Little Baby.
Did you listen to the song?
I seen the clip.
Oh, I mean, it sounds good. You can't say it don't sound good. It should sound good.
Sounds alright. I like Lil Baby, and I still like don't regularly listen to him a ton.
Right.
So
Understood.
I'm kind of with Moss. I doubt I would listen to it. But I mean, if he did, it wasn't bad.
Right.
So you're right. I mean, if he did take this opportunity now that he has some eyes and changes it and kind of does his own style of music, no talent, I might listen to it. But it was certainly interesting. When you shared it, I thought you were being just kind of silly about it. When I was listening, I was like, I'm surprised how similar the sound is.
Yeah, that shit almost got 2 million views right now.
That's wild.
So, I guess my issue with
Said he's
I
white.
don't have a big issue. I mean, nah, I like white rappers. I fuck with Jack Harlow, but it's
This dude.
I don't like that he's rapping about shit that Lil Baby will rap about. And I feel like he may not come for that a little bit. I
that's
understand it's
racist.
like you don't rappers be facetious, and I'm not facetious, but they be being a little extra with shit they be talking about. But I don't want to hear you rapping about the shit that Lil Baby talking about when I'm pretty sure Lil Baby was going through the shit that he's talking about.
I mean,
And just
I'm not
don't
sure-
be doing that, because now you're just using a motherfucker's whole situation and rapping about it like you that. Don't do that, bro. Just calm down.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Makes it more jokey to me.
I'm not sure if their content is exactly the same. We ain't talk about moving no peas or no shit like that.
I
Imagine
feel like
if
he
he
was
took
saying
it-
a lot of things that Lil Baby would say in that little clip I saw. Again, I didn't listen to the whole song. He might have been talking about more.
Well, maybe we'll give a listen.
I'm kind of good though. I think I heard enough.
All right.
Imagine if somebody just took somebody's whole life and rapped about it as if they was own, and then took that person's name and
Rick
everything,
Ross, yeah.
and just rapped about it on there.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
People do that.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
It will.
Apparently, whole persona built off of
What the hell is going on with Rick Ross and Gillie, son?
I have
What
no
is
clue. That shit caught
going
me
on?
off guard. Though.
Gillie is so funny that I honestly, when I was watching the last, I think it was the most recent one, or the one where he's like clearly going at him for 3 minutes.
Yeah, he was going off.
Like, it's almost hard to tell if it's a part of a joke because he's so like silly with it at times. But he's so aggressive sounding at all times. It's so funny, man.
It's all
so
disrespect.
Funny.
I think it's all disrespect. But Gillie is so good at shit talking.
Yeah, he really is.
He's gonna go all the way with it now. Because now you see he got some traction, so now he's gonna go. That's why he put out a whole 5-minute video of him just flaming Ross's ass. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep carrying this shit. Y'all like it? I'm gonna keep going with it."
Ross hasn't responded.
So can't forget these people are all about content.
Do you have a clip? Does anybody have?
I do.
The clip of what
put it in the chat.
Do I?
Listen, man. I'm only gonna tell you this one time, Ross. You better stop fucking playing with me, man. You hear me? And mind your fucking business, man. Because you went on a nigga Instagram page commenting about me, calling me out my name, my nigga, for no motherfucking reason at all. This how this shit started. So I'm gonna tell you again, man, leave me the fuck alone, man. I see your little funky ass video. I spend more money on my cow's hooves than you spend on your wife. You probably right, nigga. Cause I ain't bought her, I caught her, nigga. She fuck with me because who I'm blessed to be, not because I bless her with a fee. But ain't you the nigga that said, I put Molly all in her drink and she ain't even know it. Goddamn Ricky Raper, bitch. Huh? Stop talking about money, man. Cause money don't unlame a lame, nigga. There's a lot of sucker-ass niggas out here with money and you on the list. Matter of fact, you the captain of the Suckers with Money Association of America, nigga, and we ain't impressed. So mind your business. Because that's your problem. You're always minding niggas' business.
Gillie is so funny.
Yeah, he went in on
He
his
was
ass.
going slam off on him.
God damn.
2 more minutes.
Ross might not want to say anything.
It's
alone.
always gonna look bad for Ross. Cause he's gonna be too cool.
Yeah,
he's
trying
just
to
too
be, like,
cool.
laid
It's like,
back and cool with
nah, he flaming you right now, bruh.
Well, plus his only real like, all he ever has to say is how much money.
How
he's
much
got.
money he got? He the boss.
So if he be-rabbited that dude.
Yeah.
You just take the money from him right up front and be like, everybody knows you got money. Like, now what do you say?
And it kind of
Ross
gave
got
some
nothing else to
a
say.
little while after that. You got an immaculate house.
Yeah.
It's an amazing house, nigga. But we know that you living right down the street from the hood and they ready to jump that wall on your ass. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, this shit probably is smack damn close to the hood, that big ass estate he got in Atlanta.
What happened first? What did Ross say?
I don't know
Ross
what
made
Ross
some type
said.
of comment on something that Gillie had posted and called him out his name or something, and he got offended. It wasn't nothing crazy, but he said something slick in the comment. I've been seeing Ross in the comments saying slick shit every now and then. But
That shit been boiling. Like, some of them phrases, you don't come up with that on the spot.
he
been
obviously
thinking
got
on
some
that
issues.
He wrote a verse.
Yeah, kinda.
He had them bars in the vault, ready to feed him.
That is hilarious.
When he said, I ain't bought her, I called her. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's pimp talk right there. That's how pimps turn a bitch out with them rhyming schemes and shit. You be like, oh, shit.
Gillie got that wordplay though. If there's
Yeah,
one thing
for sure.
Gillie do, he can fucking talk slick.
Yeah, people forget that he's a rapper.
That he was a rapper, yeah.
Like, elite punch.
But that's how he was as a rapper too. Like he was a slick talking, shit talking rapper type shit. Like that's all he would do was just freestyle all day in Philly and just be rapping about people. Like that was like his thing.
Did Ross score $1 million worth of game?
I don't
Like
think so.
he had, but I don't remember.
I don't think so.
It seemed like it would have been a good pairing before
Now,
now.
yeah, now I feel like
I don't
it's
think
never
it'll
been on
ever
there.
happen. It seemed like when Ross beef with somebody, that should be like forever. Like him and 50 Cent and shit, and like all the beefs that he has are like long standing. Like it's
Yeah, it does kind of seem that way.
never gonna be. I think he
Him
did
and
kind of
Jeezy.
squash stuff with Trick Daddy.
Then him and Jeezy.
I don't know if they ever had any problem. I think the only one, him and Trick Daddy, kind of squashed stuff.
But Jesus did have a small one, I want to say.
You know, because Trick Daddy's the one who exposed the whole CO thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one who exposed that.
Well, he signed Ross first to slip and slide.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
first.
so he probably
first
knew-
episode. Yeah, he
knew,
probably
like,
knew
his whole
exactly what
background
he was
and
doing. Yeah, he was first one to sign him.
Hey, it's a bad look, Ross. Go ahead and just leave that one alone, man.
Yeah, because Gillie
Tend
gonna
to your
keep
cows.
flaming you. Gillie gonna keep flaming you.
The cows. Hilarious.
So this is not the beef that you want.
At all.
Stick to the beef, you know.
Well, NBA young boys found out guilty on his gun charge.
Yeah, weapons possession charge or some federal weapons possession charge that he beat in court. He has one more case. But apparently this was supposed to be like the most difficult one that he just got.
Pulled him over, had a strap in the car in L.A. and they don't play that shit.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good for him, man. I mean, look, this is a federal case. Feds got a pretty high conviction rate. So to beat them in trial is an impressive thing to do. And so if he goes 2-0 against them, hey, shout out to the boy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was hearing a lot of details about it. It seemed like a lot of reaches.
Yeah,
they was reaching a lot with this case. Said there's a bunch of fingerprints on the gun, but they couldn't find one with his on it. They would say, I thought they was bringing up pictures, old pictures and videos where he had like a similar gun in the video. They was like, that's the same gun right there.
Yeah,
they was using that as evidence. Like, what? And the judge is like, y'all can't do that. What are you talking about? How you know that's the same gun? Just because it looks like it, you just gonna say that's the gun that was in the car? No. Slaves, they found that shit not guilty. Got that shit up out of there. But your boy.
Hey man, I don't know.
Arrested again.
Well, we get
Kodak got arrested again.
Yeah, last night.
Literally
last night.
Found some perks in his car.
No, Oxy.
Oxy?
Yeah, oxycodone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Said he had like 31 pills, like $74,000 in cash or something like that.
Yeah, that
so
shows intent to sell.
I don't know what happens.
We're getting you out here. Intent to sell.
Yeah, I mean that's but what he got pulled over for, man, is just it's hard to be like, because sometimes Kodak get arrested for just the dumbest shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
bro, you got expired tags out here.
Oh, wow.
That's what you got pulled over. You got expired tags, dog.
Been there.
I mean, yeah, us fine.
I didn't have the oxys,
but we don't have multiple vehicles.
Or 75 bands.
Or somebody that can just go take care.
Or somebody who can take care of the shit for you. This guy got multiple vehicles. He got the means of renting a car at any point in time as he want. Any point in time, he could get a driver.
Was he back in Florida? Was it in Florida?
Yeah, he got arrested in Florida. Okay. He could get a driver.
See, it's about that comfortability thing. Like, you feel like you good because you back home. Like, I could just ride like this over here real quick. And it's like, nah, bro, you work too much. Yeah. You can't just ride over here expired tags with all these fucking pills and cash on you.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to ride that way, that's fine. But you gotta know that your
tags. It's not fine.
No, I'm saying you gotta know that your tags are expired. That's the first thing. Like, I wouldn't get in a vehicle with all of this stuff, knowing that I have, or I could be risking myself to get pulled over so easily. Like, that's one of them things that they can easily pull you over for, like window tint and stuff like that. That's like a secondary offense. They could tag that on after they pull you over. Now, anyway, I think it might be different.
I feel like just him, he's the expired tag. Like, they just see Kodak. They're like, yo, let's pull him over and see what's going on.
But they have to have a reason. They can't just fuck with you for no reason. Otherwise,
they can though.
If they can, but any of that shit can be thrown out if they didn't have a valid reason for the stop to begin with.
But it's not hard to imagine. Like, it would be more hard to imagine that he's not driving around speeding. Like,
but that's not what they stopped him for.
Nah, but I'm saying if he had the tags,
he wasn't a
good,
Durango Hellcat.
He would have gotten. He doesn't make smart decisions. If you're gonna have all of that stuff in your possession, then and you've got all these strikes that you've got, you gotta basically drive perfect. And that's not. I just seriously doubt that's something he was trying to do.
Yeah,
so I don't know. If it wasn't the tags, they would have got. I don't know. It just seems.
I've never seen
inevitable
a person who don't
points.
give a fuck more about their life. I don't know if it's just stupidity.
That's pretty evident.
Or I don't know what happens next for Kodak, because I think he was on probation. That might have been. He might have got it reduced or something like that, but I'm pretty sure he was on an 18-month probation from April of last year, and it hasn't been 18 months yet. He was close. I guess this is a milestone for him in some way. He was able to be out of jail for almost 2 years, which is impressive for him thus far.
It's impressive.
Given the way his career is going so far, but I don't know what happens to him now. That's a lot of pills that he had. So hopefully his law team can do what they do and get him out. But this guy he needs an advisor with him 24/7. He just does, man.
I don't think that matters.
He's a guardian.
Yeah, like
I
think
don't think
it make a
he.
difference.
nobody can make him do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but they can at least
you
tell
can-
him like maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, that probably encourages him more
Maybe.
to do the opposite.
At this
Man.
point in his life, I think it might be hard to believe that he has anybody in his life who can tell him what to do.
No,
I mean, I think that's obvious.
if you couldn't tell somebody what to do when they had nothing and you really had something to offer,
Now you
then
got the
once
bag.
they
Yeah.
have everything, then what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me always feels like you got enough money with any charge like that. It just doesn't seem like anything serious is gonna come of it.
Probably not.
But at the same time, when you have so many
strikes.
different strikes, it
Yeah.
is hard to imagine that he'll get nothing. But I mean, I don't know. I just wouldn't be shocked if nothing really major comes of it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not.
Money,
But
the rules are just different, man.
yeah, but
If you're not killing somebody,
when you're on
we
like
can
federal
work with it.
probation, though, rules are different as well too.
Certainly possible.
And his rule was that he couldn't get in any more trouble.
Yeah.
Like, especially not this kind. Now, I mean, I'm sure they could probably
You could say
make a
like it
convincing argument.
Yeah, like it was somebody else's.
Well, he could say that, or they can probably play like the because he did get shot kind of recently. He could say like the pain pills
He got prescribed them.
or maybe he relapsed or something like that. He has a history of going to rehab and stuff like that. So maybe you could probably try to play the sympathy card
Good
that
lawyer
way.
work around it.
Yeah, he clearly his lawyer is good. He got a
got him
fucking
tatted.
presidential pardon. You know what I'm saying? You got you commuted from your sentence, so your lawyer clearly has the connections that's necessary. But eventually, all of that shit runs dry. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the money does, and that shit don't help your money grow. Is being in legal troubles all the time. So
For sure.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with him next. But stay tuned. It's a long story. Exhausting. This guy lives an exhausting life. I mean, seriously.
It would seem that way.
The memes have been going crazy, though. There's been some funny memes.
It was just
out
last
there.
night that it happened.
Yeah, literally.
I was gonna say, I haven't even heard it, so
Yeah,
that
it
makes
just-
sense.
it just
So I
happened.
didn't look at anything this morning.
Tighten up.
I didn't listen to anything.
I heard Drake doing the OVO Fest.
What's that? Mean?
Reunion of Young Money supposed to be there. Wayne and Nicki.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They say the tickets going for it's starting like 2,000.
Shit.
I'll see clips or whatever is posted online.
Jeez, $2 is where they starting.
It's crazy.
It's just not that important to me to see anybody live.
I mean, it's gonna be kind of legendary. We haven't seen all of them together on stage in probably years at this point, so it's pretty big event.
Like, unless I could palm a handful of Nicki's ass, I'm probably not. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? $2,000?
That's funny because that's what I seen people tweeting about this shit. They
I
said,
know
you better
some-
be able to take one of Lil Wayne's dreads home or something.
I mean, come on, bro. $2,000? You might be able to do that anyway. The way Wayne's dreads looking, that shit might just fall in your lap.
It's got about 6 left. For
Yeah, you might get one. You might get lucky if the wind catch
many
it.
tickets for
The
that.
wind catch it right, it might blow it right in your direction. Just snatch it right off his scalp. But yeah, I mean, it's just not. It would never be that important to me to see anybody.
Yeah, but it's like a full festival. I think not Drake. Of course, Drake gonna be
This
there.
should probably
I
be
think
about
Cole
Roman
was headlining
included.
one night and Chris Brown headlining another night. So it's like a whole festival situation.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll all be sold out dumb fast.
of course.
It's nothing he's gonna put together that like people aren't gonna
That's
buy.
facts.
Oh yeah, right.
He gonna get that off. People gonna want to be there.
Yeah.
But I think I might be good on festivals forever. That shit just
Yeah.
looks too dangerous to me.
Festivals is just too
It
much.
looks too
son.
dangerous.
Yeah. It's just too many people. You can't handle that many people. Something go wrong, you in it.
Oh,
Something go down, you're in it now. There's nothing you can't just get out of it. There's no safe package. There's no safety you can get to real quick. No, you're gonna get trampled.
I mean, I would feel fine for myself. I don't see.
Yeah, for me it's time. It's
It's
too much
trampled.
time. I've done the
I
festival
don't know.
thing. We
I know
talked
you,
about
you.
this.
You probably feel like you could take. I don't know if you could take on like a mass of a bunch of people running.
Nah, probably
How
not. But
strong you are.
has that happened more than?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. I don't think that happens all the time.
I don't
And
think
even
it
if it did,
happens
I
very
feel like
frequently.
I would get out of that situation somehow.
Fate.
That's just
380
a
out
lot.
my pocket. Pow, pow, pow. Everybody dispersed.
Yeah, like they let you have the gun.
They run away from the
gun.
gunshots.
Yeah, you got in there though. With
Yeah, I'm saying they're just gonna let you in there with your gun.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get a pistol into a festival. That kind of stuff.
DC sniper over here.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Why do you think that's easy?
I don't know.
You said like you did. Like, why do you just think that's an easy?
Arrest this man.
You think that's one of the main things they try not let get into the festival is people having guns?
Yo, he works security, dog. That's the problem.
Yeah, bro. Forgot you was top flight over here. What you talking
top
about?
flight,
bro?
dog.
So you ain't checking nobody, huh? You just go ahead. Little pat on the waist. Go ahead. You good?
I ain't patting nobody down.
That's that meme. I forget what it is, but it's just the security guy doing this real quick.
You good?
Yeah.
You good.
Old man don't care nothing about his job. That's Carl.
That shit nuts.
What else we got? Anything?
Getting a new music?
Yeah, I haven't even looked.
Some fire shit dropped this
came
week.
out.
Some fire shit. That Lloyd Banks is hard.
I haven't listened
It
to
was
it
an
yet.
album.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Course of the Inevitable, Part 2. You got Part 1, I think last year. I think it was.
Okay.
Pretty hard. You know, some typical features you would think would be on there. Conway, Benny, of course, Jadakiss, Tony Yayo, Dave East, Vado, New York. Fully New York
I
shit
wonder what
going on.
Tony Yayo sound like nowadays.
He still sound like Yayo.
Rapping terrible.
Conway had a lot to say recently too.
Oh yeah, about Flex. I forgot about
Yeah.
that shit. He did. That was a good debate. Want to get into that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to cut off
No,
your
you
new
good.
music. I didn't listen to any music, so I don't have anything. But if you want to finish up with that, you want to do it now.
No, let's get into it.
Conway.
This is a good conversation, a good debate.
I didn't honestly pay a lot of attention to it. I just saw that he said they need to get rid of Flex. He doesn't
Yeah.
break New York rappers or something.
I
don't
think
know,
it
tell- you
stems
tell me.
from something that he saw because he had an issue with DJ Sus One up at Hot 97 too. Sus One went on there and said something about like, Conway is one of his top 5 rappers out right now, and he was like, but he felt a way about that because he don't ever play his shit on the radio. He's like, why? If you feel that, why don't you play my shit? And then he had an issue with Flex because I think Flex had made a reference on some show about like he don't listen to that shit no more. Like that shit 90s shit old. I'm listening to all the hot shit now. And he's just like, all right. And Conway just felt away like, why y'all going out of y'all way to say this shit about me if y'all don't give like you can just not say nothing about me. Don't put that in the universe like, oh, that shit ain't cool. Like, because that can brush people off and want to listen to my shit. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't understand Conway's angle. Like, is he mad that they don't play his shit, or does he not give a fuck? Because you do understand how the radio works. They're not playing your type of music on the radio. They're gonna play the hits, the people that want to hear on the radio. Now, you don't make that type of music. You're an underground artist, pretty much. You make underground raps. So it's like,
That was what I took.
why
from
you
it,
getting
too.
mad at them when that's not the music you make? They're never gonna play that on Hot 97.
Right. It's not the
Plus,
style of music.
they both kind of said the same thing back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
Like Conway kind of was giving himself props about all the stuff that he'd accomplished.
Yeah.
And then in Flex's response,
So yeah,
he
you've
kind
had
of said the same
Yeah.
thing. He was like, you did all this, you did this without the radio. It was like we're both saying the same thing.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
you know you don't make
really
radio
understand it.
music. Nobody is going to play boom, 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 boom.
No,
Like, their
they're
style
not.
is not radio music, but they've done very well. They've had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, they've been
I
successful
don't
without
understand.
that, so why you worried about it?
Yeah, I don't understand being mad at Flex for it.
You got features from every hottest rapper in the game and then did features with you or put you on their album or something like that.
was definitely. I forgot
It's
about
like,
that part. That was
well, how
definitely
much
something
love are
that
you
got
expecting to get? Like, what you talking about?
It seemed weird to me.
Oh,
seemed
man.
weird to me.
Maybe it's just like a New York thing. Motherfuckers feel like because you from New York, like
Yeah.
you should feel a little different about me here. Like I understand the world not really fucking with me like that on that level, but this is New
Right.
York. This is where this shit started. But I don't know. It's weird.
Griselda's very outspoken about
They are.
feeling that they're
They been
not
talking here,
that
too.
they don't get the respect. I think a little bit. Some of it's a little bit much.
Yeah.
I think they get more respect than any other underground hip hop in
Yeah,
the
for
world
sure.
right
That's
now.
what makes it weird.
And arguably
Y'all
over
broke
the
through
past,
doing this shit.
yeah,
Y'all shouldn't be mad. Y'all shouldn't be the ones mad.
yeah. I kind of find it a little bit odd how annoyed they get. Westside had problems with B Dot about his list and not being on that. I guess a lot of rappers do it. It kind of is what it is, but.
Yeah.
I look at them as I like their music, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like they've overperformed already. So
Another thing I was on, I
sure
listened
what else to
to
expect.
Roy Amal a lot. I think that's where I heard it from. All of them are into like wrestling heavy too, so I think
yeah?
they play into like the wrestling aspect of stirring
Okay.
shit up. Like they really fuck
The
with that
heel-
wrestling shit.
heel
So there might
moves.
be something to it where they just play into it just to get into the internet spiral and talking about shit, just to stir shit up whenever they got something dropping. It might be something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That makes some sense.
Because it don't really make sense. It's not like they're not seeing success or they're getting hated on or none of that. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
Like, but you know, whenever you got something dropping, you got to stir the pot a little bit. So maybe that's what it is.
It does get the conversation going more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Start arguing with somebody.
That's what you want. That's what you want. People love a good debate.
What else?
But back to new music.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks, the CMG album dropped.
Oh, that's right.
I did. I like the. I only listened about halfway through so far.
It's a lot of songs, like 27.
Yeah, it's a shitload of songs. How many records is it?
27.
Yeah, so
A lot of songs.
I listened to at least 15 tracks, and they're pretty good. It's not
pretty
bad.
hard.
Yeah,
Like they got a solid lineup, man. It's like I forgot that he has still had Block Boy JB signed. Remember him with that
didn't
one
even
hit?
know that.
I forgot he was still
Yeah.
signed them. He was on his album. They got a nice squad. I mean, what can you say? They all some street rappers, hard ass beats. Can't go wrong. Like what can you like? It's just solid.
Yeah.
Salute to
sounds
Gotti
pretty
and
good.
them.
Yeah, I liked it so far. Of course, my favorite song off there is the Lil
Kodak.
Papa song. No, not that. You talking about Kodak? Moneybag?
I just saw he was on there.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
song
listen
been
to
out
any
for
of
a
Yeah,
while.
he had his own
Oh, yeah.
joint with Gotti. I like that joint he got with Gotti.
Gotcha.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to listen to it. I'm sure that some of it sounds good, but most of those guys are not my guys.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've seen my guys drop albums like that before, and it just rarely does it for me. So, yeah.
What you mean by your guys?
Like when Dreamville dropped,
Okay.
even going back to like MMG, like there's
Collab
usually
albums.
people that I like within the label or the group, but I don't like all of them. So it's hard for me to pick 27 songs. Like I probably would really like 4 or 5 of them a lot. There's probably another 4 or 5 that are okay, but I don't know. It just doesn't
Just
do
because
it
you don't
for
want to
me.
listen to the whole label.
Yeah,
I don't want
good.
to hear the whole label. Let me hear JID.
Yeah,
It's like-
I would have looked for the songs with Lil Papa on it and the
Yeah.
ones with Mozzie on it. Those would be the 2 that I would be most concerned with
Right.
catching,
Right.
and I just don't care to do it through
Yeah, he's
27 songs.
got a song with like a female artist on there.
What was her name again?
I forgot.
Well, the newest one is Glorilla.
That's the one I was trying to
Not
think
not
of.
Glorilla. It was another one.
There's another one.
Gotcha.
Her name like Leah.
That's more like a singer, I guess.
Yeah.
She sound like that. Shit sound like fucking 2000 Destiny Child.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's super random.
It was
Her
interesting
voice is kind of
Listen.
weird.
too. But I was like, it's a decent song, but it's not the lane I'm trying to go down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I
You know,
said, they
guy
got a
trying
good
to
lineup.
get a little range. Can't just get all street rappers on the
Right.
land. We got to diversify
you,
this
man.
shit a little bit.
I think 10 years from now, we might people might forget about Yo Gotti as a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
might be at that point now.
well, yeah, possibly, but like, I think he's still kind of like
Even
people
though he's still
remember.
fire.
Like 10 years from now, people will just only know Gotti as a
It's like a
businessman.
label
Like
exec.
his label, his super big label exec who done broke all of these huge artists.
It'd be a cool transition.
Like
Yeah.
that Steppers joint, I feel like
I did like
the
that.
way the lineup that they did it, he put it in the relevance of the rappers. He started with 40. He started with 40. No, started with Moneybag Yo, then 42 Doug, then ESTG, then Gotti, then Black Youngster, and then Mozzie. So I feel like they put the lineup like in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
relevance
right.
of who's the biggest out of the
Right,
label and shit.
right.
Of course, Moneybag Yo is the biggest out of all of them.
Yeah, easily.
Then ESTG and 42, you can swap them out. So I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Like, you know who he got and who he is in this game right now. It's a smart play to do. You the labor owner. You ain't got to be the face of the best
Right.
on the lineup
Let them
right
carry
now.
the work at this point.
Moneybag,
Respect.
everything Moneybag put out is a banger. That's the guy. That shit was solid though. What else we dropped? What else got dropped? A DJ Premier album is quite dope.
I was gonna say I did see it. It was
was,
like 4 or 5 songs, right?
There was some dope features on there. I like that joint with Nas. He was going crazy, and that joint with Wayne spazzed.
Yeah.
Like he spazzed crazy. Like
I love
Wayne back in that mode again for sure. Where everything
Last
every time I
verses
see
he
his
been
name, I
doing
gotta
like
listen
that.
to it now because I feel like he just in spaz mode on everything.
I feel like he hit like a lull or something, like where his verses just won't hit him like they used to.
Bro.
Now he back in that pocket.
He going crazy.
Yeah, he back in that
Like
pocket.
he's really.
The last
I do think-
few Wayne verses I've heard is, you just
That's some
remember
really
it's
good
few
ones.
people on the planet
That could do
that
that.
can do that
Yeah.
and make it sound good over a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some motherfuckers who can just rap and rhyme some words and it might be impressive. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he said a lot of shit, but it don't sound good over the beat.
Yeah,
Like,
that's some
you do
shit
it,
only
make it
Wayne
sound
can do.
good. So, yeah.
Alien level shit.
Yeah, I'll have to check
I
that
was
one
thinking about what my Mount Rushmore of rappers would be.
Kodak.
No,
Kodak.
I mean, I just feel like it would be hard to leave Lil Wayne off of that for me. And there's only 4 that you can
out.
put
Like
on
your
there.
personal favorite?
Huh?
Just like your personal favorite?
Yeah, I mean, but then you also have to have like a. Yeah, I mean, you can't put like
4 is just so fucking hard.
right, but
4
I'm
is
saying
hard.
you can't put like fucking Beanie Siegel on there because that was your person. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get that's your personal
Sure,
favorite
sure,
artist,
sure.
I know a lot of people that have Beanie Siegel in their top 5.
and drugs are real too. I'm just saying it's like.
That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful.
I'm not saying
You're
that-
being disrespectful.
I'm not saying that
I don't
Beanie
know why
Siegel
you do
can't
this to
rap
all
or
the
no.
rappers. I don't know why you do this. Like
I'm
you
not-
forget
but-
they was that in their day.
I'm not saying that he wasn't a great rapper. I'm saying like let's be real and like put it like a criteria, a context to it. Like you have to be this certain level before you consider the Mount Rushmore. And then any of these guys that are at that level are at play. But Beanie Siegel definitely wouldn't have been one of them.
But we talking about personals though. Somebody could personally
Right,
feel like Beanie
yo-
Siegel's at top.
But let's
So you're
let's
talking
marry
about
it with
having
the
it
number.
like a mixture of,
Yeah, right.
or trying to hit a
Of
little
logical
bit of both.
thinking, a mixture of being fucking a common sense placed individual. Like
I feel like maybe an easier way to do Mount Rushmore is if you put a limit on it for like 4 different time periods.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just it would help break it down a little bit. 4 is
so
just
so
fucking
you saying
hard.
like one per time period?
yeah.
That would be so fucking hard, bro.
Well,
'Cause
4 is gonna be hard
Think about
regardless.
all of the. I'm not putting no fucking.
4 is gonna be
Bro,
hard
but
regardless.
like, I mean, what time periods are we starting at? Because we're not gonna
Go
put
like
fucking
80s, 90s,
90 to-
2000s, 2010s.
All right, yeah, we got to
Yeah.
start. I'm not doing no 80s.
Yeah,
bro. I'm not
80s
putting
isn't gonna
Rakim
make it for me.
on my fucking.
No, you put Rakim.
I'm not. I'm
saying,
not.
if we
That's
doing
a wasted
East
spot to be.
You do
How's
through-
it waste?
You
He's
could do
win.
through 96.
But say if I
96 and
if I see
before.
anybody's list with Big Daddy Kane on it, bro, it's like, bro, how the fuck are you 56,
You
motherfucker?
do
I want-
96 and before.
There's people that grew up in that time. They was that. They was Jay-Z. That was Jay-Z and
Yeah,
Nas.
for
at that
sure.
time. Like, you
Now
know
we
what I'm
have
saying?
another
Like,
one.
97 to 05, 06 to 13, 14 to now.
yeah, I don't like to do that because I'm never like, I don't like to do that to them because I would never want to do that to like Jay-Z. Or like, so I'm never gonna do like, I don't care how much time passed. Jay-Z is still Jay-Z, so I ain't gonna do that to Rakim and KRS and Slick Rick. That's, you know, helps establish rap and all that shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
Do you actually believe it though,
Yeah.
or are you just doing it?
I believe it from the people that grew up during that time, and I've heard it.
But then then it doesn't have anything to do with you.
It does, bro, because I appreciate hip hop all the way down
I mean,
to the roots.
bro, I appreciate it more
I
than
understand
anybody
what
as
you're
far as
saying,
like.
Like I respect. I've heard some KRS-One and
Yeah,
I've heard all that. Like
fantastic
they
rappers.
was going crazy
Back then.
And that's something I want to listen to today, like on a regular. But
right.
they were still going crazy for that time.
I understand that. I'm thinking of more of my list. But I hear you.
I wouldn't include them.
How would you do a Mount Rushmore? You would just pick top 4.
I would pick 4 artists. I mean, to me, I think Tupac would be. It should be on everybody's. I'm gonna have to put Wayne on there.
Now you constructed my Mount Rushmore as well.
If Tupac
Fuck
is
outta
not
here.
on yours, bro, it doesn't count.
If I got 4,
What if you got Biggie instead of Tupac?
That's
Does it still
what I'm
not count?
saying.
No longer.
You can't have Biggie and Tupac on the front of Mount
You
Rushmore.
can.
Yeah, because I feel like this is why I think dividing it into 4 time periods makes it easier.
Yeah.
That probably makes more
you have
sense.
to choose one
Otherwise,
now.
you're just gonna be
Right.
like Tupac, Biggie, Jay,
Yeah.
and not like this isn't gonna be yours, but the
Everything
majority of
changes.
people's
Right,
answers are gonna
right.
be like those
Yeah.
4
Tupac,
have
Biggie.
to be there. Well,
Everything
then we're done.
changes because now you got to
For
pick
sure.
between Tupac and Biggie for that era.
Yeah.
Which one you gonna pick? Is whoever you like more.
That's why I think it makes a little bit more sense, but
It makes perfect sense.
or it makes
I
it
think does.
easier, I should say.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have the same 5 people across everybody's boards.
Yeah.
They're gonna be mixed in, 3 of them probably with one different. Where you throw a Kodak, I throw a DMX.
I think I can do that shit.
We could, but
I can do that shit right
You
now.
can't leave Pac off. That's the only rule. That's just it.
No, you can't leave Pac off. I'm picking
That's
Biggie
the only rule.
I am too.
personally. Just like his music better than me.
That's fine.
I
I don't want to
still
be preached to all the time. When Brenda had a baby, I get it. I want to be in the club when it comes to sex. I'm similar to give me that shit, Biggie. Give me that vibe, bro.
He got bops too, like I Get Around and
Yeah, I get around. It's a good record.
he got some bops and shit too, where he just getting this shit off, having fun.
I know we've talked about this before. We had to have, but the only thing that gets talked about with those two is how is only the positive, or only like the. We don't ever talk about how if they had played out their whole career, at some point they would have been turned on. Like the crowd would have turned on them the way that every other rapper has happened.
Well, of course.
By the time they reached,
But we never got to see that, so that's the mystique. And
Right,
it's like
right,
they never
right.
had no downfall
Right.
in their career yet.
that's something I think is
They
super
died at the peak
interesting
of
to
their
think
career.
about.
Yes.
So
You only think of the positive of
where people like, I missed the old Pac.
yeah,
It's
that
like-
definitely would have
You
happened.
just missed Pac because he dead. That's just
Right,
it.
it's just weird to think about.
Ain't no I missed the old Biggie.
I
We
was-
only know of one Biggie. He never had a chance to
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean,
2 albums.
that definitely
crazy.
holds them on a pedestal. I'm not going to argue that and say like
I
these
wonder
are
if they lived their
unflawed
whole
artists.
career if they would have been the guaranteed.
Probably
You
not.
got to have one of them 2 on there.
But I do
Like
think it's
maybe they're
different
in that same group.
for Pac and because Pac had so much shit that had dropped after he died. I feel like they kind of watered down this shit a little bit to me. There's so many albums that they had after he was dead. Like Biggie,
Yeah.
it was over. They had the Biggie duets, and that was it that you got out of Biggie.
Yeah.
2 albums and the Biggie duets.
Pac still got unreleased music out there.
Yeah, so it's like they still got shit that he can drop for. It's like Biggie, like he has arguably 2 of the greatest albums in hip hop ever. Like his first 2 albums is probably 2 of the greatest albums ever. So it's like he didn't have a chance to miss. Wasn't here long enough to miss. But
Do you have your 4?
I have. I don't know. I have 3. I would have to think about. The
Nah,
4th.
you brought this up. You got to give us 4.
you did.
I would go Tupac. I would go.
So
Lil
we're
Wayne.
not starting in the 80s.
Fuck no! I told you
I'm
I'm
not.
not leaving. I'm not
Yeah,
putting Sir
starting
Mix-a-Lot
in the 90s.
on there, bro. I'm not. That's just not happening.
I mean, I got mine. It ain't so mix a lot
I'm just
for the
saying, bro.
80s.
I know your 80s.
But
I know your 80s.
Yeah, it'd be Pac, Wayne. It'd be hard for me to do it without Eminem. Probably.
why is that so hard for you?
Because he's just one of the greatest rappers of all time. It's
a
just,
funny
it's
question.
that simple.
Why is that so hard for you?
Be honest with you, it's a wild thing to say. It'd be hard for me to not put Eminem. Why?
It's
Why
a
is the water?
hilarious
'Cause
question.
What in this prime? Who's a better rapper than Eminem? Nobody.
Yo, finish your 4, man.
I know a lot. Of
And then
rappers
the
than
4th,
Eminem.
I would be stuck there. I would be stuck there.
So you got a 3-man Mount Rushmore.
For now, I would have to think on it.
Nah, ain't no time to construct later.
I would have to think on it.
The builders are there. The chisels are ready. Whose fucking face are we putting in this 4th spot? You brought this up.
We could park it and come back.
I'm gonna put Yak on there. Fuck it.
Of course. You got to put him on there. There's no way you can't. It's like
Yeah, I mean, there's no way I couldn't. Yeah.
I just told my builders to
But I
make
probably-
smaller
probably
faces.
would
I'm
be.
putting 8 on mine.
go double it up.
Nah, if I had to do
You do the
4,
half faces.
if I had to do 4, I would go big. DMX. It gets really tough.
It gets tough, man.
It's tough. It's
I
tough.
honestly
Like,
Because especially in that era, like that late 90s to like 2010 there, like that little portion right there, it was so many great rappers in that time.
Yeah.
It was so many.
for me that last
if you
that-
just
those
talk about
first
eras,
two
like
is
50
easy.
Cent dominated his. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
he kind of gotta be.
He was in that time period. It was so many great, it was so much great shit happening right there.
Those first two are fairly easy for me, and then it's like a pool of MJ, Wayne, and I don't really know how to take the three. You could
You
fill
got
any of
50
those
there.
three.
You got
in there.
Kanye during that time.
Kanye
You got
was the
Cole
fourth
during
one.
that
Fuck, yeah,
time.
I
It's
gotta
so
take
many
Kanye-
things you
Kanye-
bring out of that one era.
Right.
Kanye,
I gotta take Yak
Wayne,
off and put Ye
Eminem.
on there.
Kanye, Cole,
Wayne, Eminem,
Drake.
Jay
It's,
are the
bruh,
four that I would have to choose.
all that
between.
was in that same time period.
And this is
It's
fucked up.
crazy.
Like, who came up with the Mount Rushmore shit? Like, you can't tell the story of hip hop without these men.
You the one that
Yeah,
brought up Mount
fuck
Rushmore.
them presidents.
I'm just
Make
saying.
another list.
Specifically, you brought it up here on this podcast.
I'm just saying, who came up with the Mount Rushmore thing to begin with?
Yeah,
Like,
four
yo,
is just an odd number.
Just
do we
the
think
way
it was
that-
gonna be more important people after this?
I don't hear Mount Rushmore. I mean, I guess they do bring it up. I don't know. Go ahead.
It's tough.
I don't really have
The top four is insane. It's just
It
too
is an
hard to
insane
do.
thing.
Agreed.
It's
But
too
if I
hard
was-
to do.
Agreed, bro.
Fuck that.
Agreed.
Like,
You set us up for failure.
yeah, it's no right
But
answer.
you said you had one ready.
I had thought one for the 80s. I would go
Mama
with
said
LL.
knock you out.
Yeah,
I knew
LL. Like
yours.
like he literally is the GOAT. He created the GOAT. That's why we call people the GOAT, because he said it first.
I agree with that.
You gotta go with LL
That's the
for
original
the 80s.
GOAT.
He was the guy. And then we get into the 90s, I'm going with Biggie. Then the late 90s, I'm going with Hov. Going into
Oh, you got
2000.
two 90s, huh?
Because he started in
That's not how
98.
decades work.
Because, yeah.
He started in 98.
You could pick
I
home
can
for the
not put him,
2000s.
I can skip it. I can go. I can
can put Hov in the
Hov
2000s.
Then 2010s, I probably go with Kanye.
Not
then-
Drake.
No,
Fuck
I
Drake.
like Kanye more than Drake.
Yeah.
And some people will have Future.
Some people are stupid.
It's Cole in there too. It's just so many that you
Codeine
gotta leave
everywhere.
out.
Though.
What?
Those motherfuckers codeine crazy.
Yeah.
Kanye crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
tough.
just a lot,
That's
bro.
tough.
It's too
You
much.
one brought up Mount Rushmore for no reason.
Most of my community.
Yeah.
Could have said top 7. Could have gave us some wiggle room.
Yeah,
was
you,
nuts.
you would literally have to do a top 10, top 15 type thing. Mount Rushmore is just. It would,
I could easily pick like 5 to 10 just in the 2010 era.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
easy.
I know you probably have
About
Wiz on
Wayne.
yours.
Huh?
That early Wiz,
Neil is my guy.
he was hot.
He was one of the hottest. He
was
set
hot.
a lot of trends during that time.
So yeah, I went to a concert.
He set a lot of trends during that time. He's still popping though. What you mean?
Taylor Gang.
It was a movement, bro.
Sure.
TGOD.
Never seen as many Converses in my life.
Converses and camo shorts.
Yeah.
What we doing?
It's a
Snapbacks.
big thing.
It was like the
Snapbacks.
uniform. That was the uniform
He
to
took
wear.
fitteds out.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Straight
took
snapbacks.
fitteds out the game. I remember that. I'm like, I was pissed because I had a bunch of fucking fitteds.
Same.
I had spent my high school years buying nothing but fitted caps.
It happened quick too. It was like a quick transition. Went from fitted straight to snapbacks like that.
Nobody
It's
wore
like you never
snapbacks.
seen another fitted no more. Like, what the fuck happened to
Yeah,
fitteds?
right. Nobody wore
They
snapbacks.
used to be whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a hat from somebody.
Mitchell and Ness, they changed how they look. They made them more fitted like in the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
You know
did
what I'm
look
saying?
that.
Right.
Basically, they just tricked you into buying a different hat now.
Pretty much.
The front still look the same.
Motherfuckers, I need my money back. Still thinking about that. Hats was expensive back then, bro. Talking about like $35, $40 a pop.
Still the same.
are,
It's
yeah.
still 35 pop. Sometimes 40. They busting you for them hats. Trust I know. That's why you gotta find deals and shit. Or
No
on
doubt.
online. $25.
Nice. I can't wear hats. I don't try.
Makes sense.
You should start wearing
Nah,
like
I don't wear the snapback. I can't wear
you should
snapbacks.
start wearing like them wicker hats or something like. I think you can get that shit off.
I'm good, bro.
He said, "Whoa."
I'm good.
You can get off
I
your
got
cowboy
a
hat.
bucket hat.
You seen Tory Lane's stupid ass hats
I ain't seen.
with the little devil horns built into the hat?
Oh, that's wild.
Like a Viking.
It does kind of look like
Like a
that.
Viking.
Is that what
I
it is?
think it's like a regular fitted, but it's got like the devil horns. I hate that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
What was
Look at
going on
his
with that
Instagram.
trial?
He's a weird dude.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even heard anything about it.
Just
See, Meg been out here shaking ass too.
That's all she does.
Showing fat. What we on?
Any other new music you wanted to mention?
I think that might have been about it. Oh, new Neo album is pretty fire.
Oh yeah.
If y'all want to get some R&B vibes going, that shit is pretty good. Roddy Rebel dropped the album, pretty solid. It's a pretty solid joint too.
Probably gonna skip Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy been out here flourishing since they've been out. Like Bobby need to catch up because Rowdy been kind of flourishing a little bit. I've been
I
shoving
think
people.
Bobby's like actual rap career is over.
I was gonna say he's an internet personality now.
Yeah,
I see him on a lot of like random clips and stuff. He's a funny
he's a funny dude.
He was with,
Very charismatic.
He
And
was
like,
with Cougine. He was cooking with,
I did see that. I did see that clip. That's funny.
cooking with my man Cougine on Instagram. But
He's a cool
yeah,
dude.
don't
That seems
know
like
about
somebody
him
he should
doing any
do,
more
though.
music. Yeah, he's good
He's
at
a very
it.
charismatic
He is
dude.
funny dude. And the music doesn't do anything for it.
It's not good.
May as well just be a personality.
yeah, that works out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because he ain't trying to make like street music no more. That's like been the issue. When that's when people found
Yeah.
you because you was making that
Yeah,
shit.
that's what you're.
You was in the gang. You was all in it. But now you got locked up. You're like, no, I'm making party music now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not going back to jail. Fuck with y'all. Which I get it. You know,
Probably a
you
better
sat
move.
down for 7-8 years.
Yeah, probably a better move for him.
You like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and get this money and enjoy this living out here instead of talking about street shit. I'm off of that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Which, your guy should probably do. Or Kodak. Could be out here flourishing, but
Makes
Bro,
part
I
of
have
music.
no defense. I have no defense.
I guess you
Good thing
gotta
you're not
take the
his
good with the
attorney.
bad with that. People might not fuck with his music if you don't talk about that shit. You never know.
Gift and the curse.
Yeah. Sorry place to be in.
Y'all got
That's all I got,
samples?
man. I do got sample.
I do. I again feel like mine might have been used before, but I got one.
Okay. That works. Good pod.
We're gonna end up going over it again anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all watching anything?
Yeah. Been watching. Have y'all started watching the Old Man yet?
No, still ain't.
That shit is good,
I
man.
think
That's a
think
good
Bear
show.
is next up on my list.
That shit was good. I burned through that shit.
Yeah,
quick.
that one's short, right? You said it was half-hour episodes.
Yeah, real
It's
short,
Hulu?
real short episodes. Hulu.
Yeah,
I think it's on
I'm gonna watch
FX,
that.
but of course Hulu got FX.
A couple people told me about I think it's called the Terminal List.
Oh, I watched
on
that too.
Prime.
I watched
It
that
was
too.
fire.
Yes.
I heard it was fire. It's
It's
got what's
good.
his name in there?
Who's that?
What's the dude's name? He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. The main guy.
I don't know
Chris
what you're talking
Pratt.
about. Yeah,
Chris Pratt. That's his
Chris
name.
That
Pratt.
is funny, like in real life.
He's a good.
This
I
is a
like
serious
him
one.
as an actor. Like he can play kind of serious.
I did
Yeah.
start
when
watching
needed,
Terminal List.
but he kind of always has that little comedic relief.
He's hilarious. Like,
Yeah, he's
if you
good.
watch any interviews with him, that dude will have you crack it up on just like some real life storytelling shit.
yeah, I like
like
to
him.
put that in the good. It's a good show.
It's only one season, right? Or it's
Yeah.
not even a full season yet.
One season. I think. Yeah, it's full. It's the
Okay.
whole season out.
I heard that,
That was
was
good,
good.
Terminal List. I've been looking for some new shows to watch, so I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
Got to.
I ain't been watching shit, really, man. Oh,
haven't either.
you know what? I did watch this one docu series on Netflix. What the fuck is that shit called? That shit is wild, son. It's about this dude, crazy motherfucker. Actually, I watched two. Okay, yeah, I got two of them.
I think I might watch one too. I might watch one. What you talking about?
The first one is about a guy who ended up like marrying this woman a long time ago, like in the 60s or something. The woman ended up going to jail or something, so he had her 3 kids while she was in jail. He ended up kidnapping like the oldest daughter and like taking them like on some sick shit, taking her with him or whatever. And the lady had never seen her daughter again. He like changed her name and all of this shit.
Yeah, that's
And
the one I watched.
What is it called? What is it called?
I'm trying to find the name of it right now. But yeah,
That shit is fucking wild, bro. He changed her name and all of this stuff and pretty much just molested her pretty much like her, I guess her entire youth until she grew up. She had like multiple abortions, or actually she had multiple children. She had like 3 children before she was like 17 years old or whatever. He ended up killing her. Dude was a complete psychopath. Crazy fucking story to think that like that shit is that shit happened to somebody. Like she was going to school and everything. And she had friends in school and they was telling like how weird her dad was and like how weird people would say their relationship was and stuff like that. And one lady was like, yeah, this is one of the things that pissed me off the most when I was watching this. Like she had invited her over her house and her dad had came in while they were over her house chilling or whatever and just busted in the room while they were changing and with a gun in his hand yelling and shit. And she was like, then he left, everything was fine. Then he came back in the room, told her to put a pillow over top of her head, and proceeded to rape what he thought was her daughter, what she thought was his daughter.
Girl in the picture.
Yeah, the girl in the picture.
Yeah.
At gunpoint, and she was like, I just laid there froze and I could hear everything or whatever. But afterwards, she told me that that's just how daddy acts sometimes and blah, blah, blah. This is a really fucking sad story. But I'm like,
this shit was sick, yo.
This bitch was fucking crying while she's telling the story, like how she never. You should have fucking told the authorities. You should have told the police. So you should have ran out of that fucking house. I get you might have been scared as a teenager or whatever, but still, at the same time, you saw some crazy fucking shit. You need to tell somebody about that. Like
this shit is sick.
At that point in time,
it's like the more the doc went on, like
the worse
it got. It was
the
like
worse, the
he just
deeper
find another way to switch the situation around to benefit him. Like first she was his daughter, then he had to leave. Oh, they gonna be looking for a guy and his daughter. So now she's my wife. I'm gonna go get fake married somewhere and make her my wife, so people think she's my wife. But I can't. That shit was like, bro, what is wrong with people, bro?
Yeah,
what is wrong with people?
And it's people like that. Crazy, it's like they don't deserve to live. You know what I'm saying? Or like they do, but under like torturous circumstances.
Right.
Like you should be tortured every day of your life.
That's
like
what he's doing to that girl.
Right.
He's basically living off of her body, using her body to make money.
Yeah, he had her stripping and shit. Like, crazy shit going on there, crazy, bro. And then I watched another one.
This episode took a strange shit.
Yo, that shit was sick, bro.
I don't care what y'all watched anymore.
That shit is wild.
What is the fucking...
nasty, though.
What's that dude's name? DB Cooper. Have you seen that doc?
I didn't watch it. No, I saw the preview last night. I haven't watched much of anything. I haven't had a lot of time this week, but it sounded cool.
Is that on Netflix? Or
it's on Netflix, man. That shit is a dope fucking story that I'd never heard.
This is the hijacker.
The first line got me sold. He pulled off the perfect crime. I'm in.
This is a hijacker, right?
Yeah.
He
hijacked the plane in 1971.
Yeah, don't tell me details.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the shit that's already out.
Right.
He hijacked the plane in 1971. He demanded $200,000 of ransom for the plane. Nobody was hurt during the hijacking. The motherfucker got away scot-free by jumping off of the fucking plane in the middle of a storm.
How'd he get the money though?
They landed the plane. The stewardess got off the plane. Remember, he's still holding. He said that he had a bomb with him, so that's what was keeping people from rushing the plane and stuff like that. He said he had a bomb, and he asked for $200,000 and 4 parachutes, specifically, and he had 4 hostages. So they thinking like he probably, they can't dummy the parachutes and no shit like that because they might try to use them for the hostages and stuff. So he had a stewardess get off, grab the money and the parachutes, come back on. And he told the motherfucker where to fly. He told the pilot where to fly the plane to.
Fly.
At that point.
Had a hard time with that
word. Where to fly the plane to at that point. Fucking, and then the motherfucker told him like, hey, lower the jet, go at this speed.
He had it all mapped out.
He had it all fucking played out.
And
he jumped out of the fucking plane. Motherfuckers never seen him again. People think they know who it is, and there's one dude that's like, yo, it gotta be fucking him. He's smart as shit. But he's roaming around free and living a carefree life.
Nobody to this day knows who it is.
They don't know who did it. I have no clue.
That's wild.
No clue.
Yeah, I want to see that one. I want to see that.
I'm gonna check that out.
Last night. I never heard of that story.
But the investigation stuff is what's interesting about it. Like people on the internet trying to uncover who it is. And like one of the dudes, you could be like, it gotta be him, but they don't have any proof, especially at this point.
That's really cool.
Made off scot-free, dog.
Made off scot-free.
At this point, it's been too long. Let him have that one.
That's the thing that Netflix
I think you should be rewarded for certain crimes like this. Nobody was hurt.
Nah, that's never gonna happen. They never give you an award for finessing them out of two.
I just feel like he should be celebrated. Like, bro, that was thoughtful. You really need a job with you really need a job with the government. You know what I'm saying? We need people like that actually working for.
Well, that's what they do with the hackers. They definitely bring the hackers on because they can't do that shit.
Yeah. Right, I mean,
shit the hackers is doing.
Come on, bro. This
but you can't use a motherfucker that just jumped out of a plane with money. What he gonna do for you?
I mean, look, I'm sure he can solve some crimes. This motherfucker, he's pretty smart. That's all I'm saying. Is like this dude has some skills or logic that can be used to better the world. I feel like.
You get finessed. Bring him into your fucking FBI. He just finesse all y'all in from inside.
Right. That's possible too. Keep a close eye on this motherfucker. That's what I was saying. Don't let him out your sight while he's in the building. But
that's the shit that's keeping Netflix afloat. Is them docs, bro. Them crazy stories and murder crimes and all this shit.
Who the fuck needs fiction? That's all I'm saying. Who needs all this fictional shit? It's cool, but who really needs it when we got all of these fucking untold stories?
A true story is gonna win some people over every time.
This shit that's happened that I can't believe.
But have you seen Sing 2 though?
I started it,
so I kind of need that.
You like Sing?
Not every real story. Not everything has to be a real story.
What's Sing 2?
Sing 2.
You don't know what Sing is?
What's that? Is that a movie?
It's a huge children's movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a musical.
Animated show.
It's really good. The first one is really good. It's like
really
fantastic.
It's
it's a great movie.
Fucking shit is fire.
I only watch it like that if my daughter want to watch. Oh, we watched that Maleficent.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I've never seen it.
I've seen both of them.
You seen that? It's just good.
Yeah, Maleficent's a good movie.
That shit was fucking good.
It's been out for a long time. You late.
I'm surprised when that shit be good to me because I like that Cruella de Vil joint, the Cruella joint. That shit was good. Watched that in the theater. Them shits are good because as a child, when you think of these characters, this was the evil character.
Yeah,
so then when you give you a background story as to why they became evil, it makes sense now.
Yeah,
they fucked up. They cut her fucking wings off.
Yeah.
Of course you gonna kill them. Want to kill them now? You cut off her fucking wings. You did her dirty. I get it now. You want just evil for no reason.
Yeah. Give some context.
Did I ever mention?
No wonder she hated. What was the Dalmatian show? Did y'all see that?
Nah.
I seen that. I've seen all this.
I was like, damn. Fucking Dalmatians killed my mama.
Who cares?
Fuck them Dalmatians now. I'm gonna make them into coats. Now. Like, I get it.
Never on Cruella's side.
It's just why you gotta see the movie. It's like, oh, I understand why she like this way now.
She was still a bitch in the movie. Though.
She was.
She was a bitch.
She was, but she got done dirty.
Yeah, what I was gonna say.
My bad. Threw you off.
It's all good. You were kind of talking still. I don't know if did I mention Money Heist after I finished it?
You didn't. Not on the pod, at least.
Dog.
How'd you like the ending?
I was mad.
You was mad.
Not the very, very ending, but I had said after I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons, it might be a top 5 show for me. No, it was after the first 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. Might be a top 5 show for me. Those 3 seasons, I 100% stand by that.
That last season.
The 4th season was, I would rank it like 10, 9.5, 9.1, and then season 4 was like a 8.3.
Yeah.
And then season 5 was like a 7.6. The fall off was fast and hard. It was still a cool show overall. But the 4th season was way too extra and started getting into like they're military experts now instead of bank robbers. And the last season was just way too fucking long.
They drew that shit out.
The last little ending, the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Very, very cool way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
They could have combined the last 2 seasons and took out all their extra shit. Would have been a fantastic entire show. Yeah. But that last season and a half really pissed me off. And if I hadn't liked it so much and had so much faith in like their writing ability, I would have quit in the last season.
The last season
I
was
really
pretty bad.
hated it.
It was hard to watch.
I was ready to quit.
It
but
was
I
good
finished
because you
it.
still got the thrill and the action that you wanted a little bit.
I'm not,
but it was
I'm not
like
into that action like that.
this shit got
Just
to
action
end.
for
This shit
action.
has to end.
Right.
Like, how long y'all gonna keep them in this bank? And they ain't coming in to get them.
Yeah.
Like, how long y'all keep drawing this shit out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love the bank heist aspect of the show.
Yeah.
So that's those first 2 seasons. It's like, this is the sickest bank heist thing I've ever seen.
yeah, because they
Those
was
late
making it happen.
seasons, like they're legitimate.
Yeah, they was in the bank chilling for like months.
They're like
It felt like months they was in the bank chilling. Like, they
Green
gotta get out by
Beret army fighters taking out tanks and helicopters. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
now. It's like, oh, y'all motherfuckers making a
So-
home in the bank. Y'all ain't supposed to be heisting this shit right now.
Yeah, Money Heist kind of pissed me off, but
Yeah, they got tightened
great
up.
show still. But the last season, very disappointing, and I didn't get to watch much this past week. So,
Yeah.
I got you.
well, let's wrap this up. I do have a sample. You said you have a sample as well.
For sure.
I already know most got a sample of 4.
Yes, indeed.
So we are good to go. Hey, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you. And we will be back next week. Check out the Instagram and get in our comments. Yell at us. Tell us what we got wrong. Tell me what I got right.
What's your top 4?
What's your takes? What's your Mount Rushmore? Everything. Interact with us. We appreciate y'all, though, for listening. And we'll be back next week. Samples are coming on the audio. Peace.
Cute.